Israel and the international community have the strength to make this happen, but we need action, and we need it now.
Yael Alexander, the mother of American hostage Ednan Alexander. Millions of Florida residents on alert as Hurricane Milton rapidly intensifies in the Gulf of Mexico. National Hurricane Center Director Michael Brennan says the worst arrives midweek.
The core of the very dangerous hurricane over the west coast of Florida during the day Wednesday, across the Florida Peninsula, and out into the western Atlantic by Thursday.
Rain and strong winds will be felt starting tomorrow. America's listening to Fox News.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. A good October run this week with a nice selection of all classes of cattle, especially high-quality native calves, light yearlings, bred cows. We expect to sell 1,150 head, breaking down like this: 225, 250 weight cows of bulls, 100, 125 pairs of bred cows, 800, 850 calves and yearlings. Today's sale will include 15 to 20 cow-calf pairs, mostly black, white-face Angus and Brangus cross cows with black calves inside. Pairs 5 to 9 years old, several smaller sets of young second and third trimester bred cows, mostly black, white-face Angus and Brangus crosses, bred to Angus bulls. 65 calves, Mr. J. Houston, Quemada, New Mexico. Reputation quality black, white-face Angus cross calves. Cattle wean 60 days, 3 rounds of shots, medium condition, right off grass. 450, 600 pounds. 35 heifer yearlings, A.D. Jones Estate, Tatum, New Mexico. Reputation replacement quality red Angus heifers. Heifers wean 90 plus days, 2 rounds of shots. Nice uniform set of replacement heifers weighing 700, 825 pounds. 28 steer calves, the Grisham Ranch, Port Dallas, New Mexico. Excellent quality black and red Angus and Brangus crossbred calves. Cattle wean 60 days, 2 rounds of shots, right off cake and grass. 400, 500 pounds. 16 calves, Miss Cindy Claunch, Magdalena, New Mexico. Excellent quality black, white-face Angus crosses. Cattle wean 60, 90 days, 450, 550 pounds. 17 calves, Bar Guitar Ranch, Picacho, New Mexico. Excellent quality black Angus and Brangus cross calves. Cattle wean 90 days, 2 rounds of shots, 400, 500 pounds. Several rope and size calves in the run today in the 150 to 250 pound weight range. Sale time this morning, 9 o'clock. Sale pairs of bred cows 10:15, 10:30. Be selling calves and yearlings about 11:30. We expect to sell 1,150 head here today. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
Hi, I'm Dennis Holmberg, Executive Director of the New Horizons Foundation. Do you have an idea for a new business? Have you thought of an invention but don't know what to do with your idea? On October 17th, there is a free workshop to help you find answers. Leading experts in financing, patent law, business planning, and development will be in Hobbs. Now, space is limited, so call 575-492-4708 and get registered now. Again, this is free. This entrepreneur workshop will start at 6 p.m. in the Workforce Development Building at New Mexico Junior College, 4000 West Millen. Dinner will be provided. This event is sponsored by the New Horizons Foundation, Arapahoe, and New Mexico Junior College. Again, call 575-492-4708.
Good times and bad come and go. The dust settles and you take a look around. That's when you see who your real friends are. We've seen our members through the toughest of times. We're conservative and we're consistent. We don't always tell you what you want to hear. Sometimes we say no, but we're always looking out for your best interest. That's what friends are for. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number, you're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
Election Day is Tuesday, November 5th. The Family of Excellence at Lucky Services, Lucky Rental Tool, Lucky Health and Safety, and TRM Trucking encourage you to vote. If you can't make it to the polls on Tuesday, November 5th, vote early. But be sure to vote. This year's election will be one of the closest and most consequential in our nation's history. So every vote matters. Thank you for voting and praying for our country and its leaders from the Lucky Family of Excellence. And God bless America.
At Caveman Spray Foam Insulation, they can help you with all your insulation needs. Whether it be a new build or remodel or that old metal shop, they've got you covered. Certified and with over 12 years combined experience, there is nothing that can't be insulated. With free quotes available and serving all of Eddy, Lee, and Chavez counties in New Mexico, with a service available in West Texas, call the pros today at Caveman Spray Foam Insulation, 575-361-2228. If it can be sprayed, we'll spray it.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
Hi, good morning. The forecast for southeast New Mexico is temperatures down to 285 on this Monday at 87 degrees in Roswell. Carlsbad, Artesia at 84 degrees and 83 in Lovington at our radio studios. Now the temperatures remain in the middle 80s at our studios in Lovington, but 89 degrees in Carlsbad this afternoon. Plenty of heat over southeast New Mexico. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Herbert.
Your country plays on W105.
Let's go! Up and at 'em. All right, rise and shine.
Good morning to you, too.
Go, let's go, let's go!
Be in the Breakfast Club, broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio.
You have questions? We have answers.
Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer.
Why? How does it affect your family?
Why are they doing that?
You have questions?
Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer.
Check us out on Facebook.
The new and improved Be in the Breakfast Club. Now including Monica and Blake.
I don't know how those two managed to be so perky in the morning.
Why are you so dressed up?
Is it Halloween?
No, not yet.
Well, what is it?
Something even scarier.
What?
It's Monday. It's Monday?
Monday.
That's pretty scary.
You want to hear something scarier?
Get back to work.
Now that's scary.
It's showtime.
And good morning to you. It is showtime. Less than a month away from the election. Early voting open in New Mexico does not start until the 20th.
Starts tomorrow.
Yeah, in Texas.
Oh, in Texas. Yeah.
20th in Texas. Tomorrow in New Mexico. Tom registering people to vote. You can go to a website and check out your registration. I did over the weekend, and I am invalid.
What's that mean?
They have invalidated me. So I need to go back to the clerk's office, and I know exactly why I'm invalidated, because I get mail in different places. So I get mail in Hagerman at my daughter's. I get mail in Texas at my son's. One thing goes to my son. And then I get mail here at the station. So they looked at that and invalidated me. And so I'm going to go down and to the clerk.
You're going to go validate yourself.
Yeah, I'm going to get validated. It'll be the first time that I'm valid in a long time.
Did they tell you what you had to take?
I am invalidated. So I no, it doesn't say. But I'll go in there and talk to the gang at Lee County. And if I have to register in I'm pretty much a nomad anyway.
See, here on the website, voteref.com, I just looked you up.
Yep.
Right? And it says registration status active.
Yeah, mine said
You're
invalid this morning.
No, I'm kind of concerned because I just changed my address.
Because I can't remember where I went to look, but it said invalid and it said mailing.
And it has the address.
All right. Well, tomorrow I'm going to vote. I'm going to give it a shot. And I encourage everybody else.
Courthouse anyway.
So yeah, I'm going to go to the courthouse. So I'll just try to vote. And Tom, over the weekend, registered 30 people over the weekend. Kudos going out to Tom A.
Well, was it easy, Tom A?
No, well, I tell you what, when you have Randy and Shannon Pettigrew who are leading this effort.
How many did they register?
I don't know, but they registered.
How many did they correct? Because I know your paperwork. I've been working for it with you a long time.
And then Linda, I forgot what her name was, but anyway, she was registering people too. So we went to several locations.
So how many did you register? See, that you heard that silence.
We'll have to recount.
No, you just said 30, bro.
About 30 of them.
How many did you do on your own?
The first 3 or 4 probably helped me out. You gotta get training,
So how many
I
did
thought
you
had
do?
training.
I did, but this is a very important thing to do, and so if you don't do it right, you'll screw it up.
It's a damn government form.
Do you want me to ask again? How many did you do?
About 30.
Says you're active, Monica, but it still has your old address.
Now I got a form, Monica. We can register after you get off the air.
No, she's already registered.
You can't register. Are you a Democrat? Is that what you're
But
trying
she's
to
got
do?
to change her address.
That's a different form.
She's
So
got to
I'll
change her
have
address.
I'll have to vote here in Lovington, right?
Yeah.
I'm a Lovington resident.
If you change your voter address, yes.
So I'll go down to the
I wonder if
courthouse.
it'll take.
It will just go over and talk to
Yeah,
you.
I mean, look, you can register
it's
the
right
same day as the election in
Right.
New Mexico. We're
Correct.
some of the most liberal laws. And when I say liberal, I mean just,
So when I moved, it took them a couple of months, and then the Secretary of State sent me a form.
I never got that.
Said, "Hey, you moved addresses. We have 2 different addresses for you. Which one do you live at that you want to register to vote?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, do I want the cabin? Do I want the house?"
I will try to get mine done tomorrow.
Before you move on from that, Kevin, we already have a texter asking, do y'all suggest we vote early or is it best to
Yes.
vote on the last day?
Vote early.
I say vote early and then vote often.
Why so, though? Why vote early?
Look,
this we got plenty of time.
Do you know how many people have already voted in this election? 400,000. Boy, almost 500,000 people have already voted early. The Democrats beat us because we didn't like early voting and we didn't like mail-in voting. But it comes a time, just like the Teamsters, you have to embrace technology. I do not like mail-in ballots, and I will never like mail-in ballots. Early voting, I've been early voting for forever. Forever, ever, I've been early voting. And
I like early voting because then it shows that you voted.
Right.
Right. So if they get other things in, that'll cause a ripple.
Right.
Right. So if you have mail-in ballot with your name on it, but you've already early voted and they get a mail-in ballot, they're going to contact you to find out what happened.
Sure.
So that's one thing.
Yeah.
The other thing is you know that you voted and those votes
counted
Are
because you can
already
go
counted
you can go
towards, like, the
validate
percentage or whatever.
Yeah, you can go validate that you did vote already.
And what happens on voting day when there's a problem with the machines, and so we're going to have trouble counting these votes that
You
happened.
already voted.
You already voted.
Yeah,
So
and you've already been
gets rid of
counted.
that problem.
Yeah.
I will say this about our state representative, Randy Pettigrew, and his wife, Shannon.
Man.
They are awesome, man. They're representing us.
Well, I'm glad they're out there registering people to vote. Yeah. Bathtub Day going on, Blue Shirt Day, Day of Unity Day, Flower Day, Forgiveness and Happiness Day. One of the best things that you can do in your life is forgive somebody. And that doesn't mean you forget, but you forgive because it takes the burden off of you. And you know what? It's on them now, but it takes the burden off you. Propane Day. Propane Day. How much is propane nowadays? Way too high.
Propane accessories.
Yeah. King of the Hill. Architect Day, Habitat Day, and You Matter to Me Day.
Aww.
You Matter to Me Day.
You matter to me. And then Faith Hill singing.
So we were going to Lubbock yesterday, Saturday. My air conditioning goes out.
Oh, B, no
So
way.
I got new tires, got brakes. I've got I've got the title transferred. So now I'm into close to probably $9,500 for this car, and so I take it to a guy in Lubbock.
Yeah.
Who is friends with my boys? He's older, but he's a collector. He has a car in there that's got the back placard has Carlsbad, New Mexico. It's like a 1946. This guy's got 30,000 albums. He's building his own prototype car. This guy is a genius. I mean, he is just super, super smart. And he looks at it, he put the gauges on, he goes, something right here. He goes, this is supposed to be here, this is supposed to be here. Okay. He goes, you're going to need a compressor, and you need this. Oh. So I go, give me a quote. So he calls. He goes, I only deal with a certain, So he calls, and he goes, it's going to be about 1,000. Holy crap!
You got a yunker.
So yesterday we leave to go to church. I said, I'm just going to try it out. It's working. Thank you, Jesus.
It's because you were going to
That's
church.
exactly right. I was going to say that. The Lord saw you.
And then we get out of church, started on again. It's working.
Praise God.
And so I was like, I wonder if I take it to my guy here.
Leave it alone, bro.
No, he's like, no. No,
Leave it alone.
you're gonna jinx it. Don't. I'm going. Yeah, but if we get halfway to Louisiana and the air goes out, and
man.
like I told her, I got 2 more weeks really before winter starts getting here.
Or it gets cool.
And then
Hold down the windows.
Yeah, 9. Yeah, I can handle that. My wife can't handle this heat here.
Right.
It's a different type of heat, and so so we're gonna roll the dice. We're gonna roll it. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, craziness. Friday, President Biden made his first ever appearance at the White House briefing room. Why would Biden, after 3 and almost 4 years, he shocked the reporters because they thought he had died like weeks before.
Right.
I mean,
that's why.
Yeah,
that's why he showed up so he could say, "I'm still alive."
Things got awkward real fast, and it took time to introduce all 48 of his medical staff that were there with him, but crazy. And over the weekend, Donald...
Look, Jack, it's working.
Yes.
I'm not kidding.
I've been in this room many times.
And our policies
work. Donald Trump went back to Butler, Pennsylvania. Did you guys see the crowd?
Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a big crowd.
They cannot make this out to be fake news.
Oh, they try.
Yeah, they will. Of course, he was nearly assassinated there in July.
Did you see that statue they had out there made out of nails?
No.
It was a Donald Trump statue they made it out of nails.
Yeah, the guy that follows Donald Trump from Brooklyn did the painting.
Wow.
And unbelievable moment. Secret Service, by the way, was totally on their game. Yeah, they were awake. That means that they were spot on.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Cheryl Hines talking about filing for a divorce from RFK Jr. after all these women came out and said that he had affairs with them. Speaking of cheaters, Garth Brooks claims that the rape accuser is attempted to extort him, and he's got the demand letters. And Trisha Yearwood, his wife, sold their home a day before this information broke. Of course, they got multiple homes.
Sure.
Sold their home in Nashville. Of course, they've got other homes. It's not like that's their only home.
Well, no, but that was one of the bigger price tag homes.
Yeah. I can't remember how much it sold for. Dak Prescott engineers a clutch touchdown, giving the Cowboys a win over the Steelers. That game was delayed for multiple hours because of the rain that was coming down.
Sheets of rain were coming
in Pittsburgh. Sorry, I left out sheets.
Maybe it was blankets. Sheets of rain.
They used to play football in the rain,
field.
didn't it? I mean, I can understand they used to play football in the rain, but they'd had an electrical storm right behind it.
Back in the day, they didn't have electrical storms.
I didn't watch a whole lot of
but you
TV
didn't
this
stop
weekend.
football games.
Yeah,
But I did watch that touchdown last night, right
Best
before bed.
football games in the rain.
Yeah. Senate Republicans marked the October 7th attack 1 year after Israelis got attacked by Hamas. How many hostages still at the hands of Hamas from America?
I think they're all dead, unfortunately.
Well, but
I hope not.
they haven't confirmed that.
I hope not.
I think it's like a dozen.
And what have we done to get these people out? We had the Hamas leader and on his way to Qatar. I'm going to be honest, that plane would have never landed in Qatar.
No.
Donald Trump would have picked up the phone.
Yep.
Sure.
Abdul, how are you? And I don't do it great, but the point of this is...
Here's a picture of your house.
Yes. We have the plane in our radar right now. If you do not release our hostages, we're going to blow your plane.
Sure.
You're going to get your 28 virgins.
Yeah.
Yes. If you do not release our hostages, but we just don't have that leadership. I did a video yesterday. My wife was telling me that some of her Filipino American friends, they're citizens, were voting for Kamala. Then we took this young man to lunch on Saturday, and I'm so proud of this kid. He comes from a very privileged family in the Philippines. His dad's got money, and so he comes to live in America. He goes into the Air Force, and he told me, he said, everybody calls me Daddy Kevin. So he said, Daddy Kevin, right now I'm living in the dorm. They keep asking me if I'm leaving. I'm not leaving because everything is free.
Smart kid.
Wow.
And he goes, all my meals, everything. And he goes, we have aircon, and, and he says, and 50% of my pay is going directly to investments. And I said, that's smart because once you have kids, that's over.
Yeah.
And so good kid. Bought a car on his own, and kind of crazy. So I asked a question: how many foreign-born people are in your dorm right now? He goes, at least a third.
Wow.
At least a third.
Wow.
At least a third. And so I was kind of blown away by that.
Wow.
That at least a third were foreign born, and many of them will become citizens. And, right now you can't become a officer or get clearance if you're not a citizen.
Right.
So, which is a good policy. Chaves County officers locating a van at Bottomless Lake, investigating this. Suspects were taken into custody. Shotgun was found. Callers did report suspects, possible juveniles, but the original story is there were shots fired. So sheriff's deputies making the arrest. No victims in this story. Battleground state under fire in Pennsylvania after scheduling maintenance on the voting machines, on the voter registration machines, on the day that the Butler, Pennsylvania rally was going on.
Just saying.
You guys can't play fair. What is the matter with you?
No, they're not going to play fair.
Another story that got my attention. Yeah. Is Jim Townsend speaking out. New Mexico Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham spoke at a town hall July 30th in Espanola. Of course, Jim Townsend representing Eddy, Chaves, and Otero counties. And lawmakers rejecting the rules that they actually killed that Bill 77 last year in the legislative session.
Right.
So the governor wants them to, municipalities to have to build charging stations. Why are taxpayers having to pay for charging stations? I mean,
it's a good question.
That is a very good question.
If it's a great investment, you would think that people would invest in that, step up and invest.
Well, businesses would.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, gas stations, people invest in that. The government does not.
We have new ones being built around here, gas stations.
So they're looking at about $55 million to fund the expansion of charging stations throughout the state. And, of course, the new one is that you'd have to, if you're building a new home, you're going to have to build it up the code, which is going to cost you $5,000 to $10,000 more.
Well, the thing is they're trying to price everybody out of any kind of convenience.
Yeah.
So if you are middle class, right, they want you to fall into poverty, and they don't want you to be able to afford a new home.
Sure. So many state lawmakers and county lawmakers and city lawmakers are pushing back on this, are pushing back on the idea that why are we being saddled with this?
Yeah. Why do you want to add a quarter to a third to the price of a home?
That makes no sense. Thursday, Conrad J. Patterson, 41 years old, was arrested during a hazmat search in Midland.
Okay.
Texas Department of Public Safety Criminal Investigation Division special agents received downloaded videos of child porn at an IP address And that's when they made the search. They did also find a modified shotgun that was sawed off, and about a half ounce of mushrooms and explosive materials. Now, when they do a hazmat search, Blake, what exactly does that? They're looking for hazmat materials or bomb materials?
Probably explosive stuff.
Yeah.
So
that's probably
they
what
did find explosives, but they also found child porn and other stuff in this guy's possession. And he was booked in the Midland County Jail. I bet this case goes to the feds.
Probably.
I bet it goes to the feds.
He was just a sicko.
And Tim Walz
Weirdo.
was on Fox yesterday. I don't know if you've noticed, Kamala Harris is going on all the puppy shows, and Tim Walz is the sacrificial lamb. It is going out. And
that's why they chose him.
Yeah. So Minnesota governor says, I don't think people care whether I've lied repeatedly.
And what world is he living in?
Well, he's a weirdo. Like, he's a weirdo among weirdos.
He says weird things.
We were talking about this morning.
And acts
People in different parts of the country are different based on that part of the country.
Yeah.
Midwesterners are different than we are in the Southwest.
Yeah.
Right? And the South and other things. They're just a little different. But when you get up there, you have the normal Midwesterners.
Sure.
And then there's like the group of weirdos. And then he is a weirdo among weirdos.
He's taken it to a whole nother level.
He could be the president of the weirdo club.
People don't care if he's lied before. All right, quick check of the weather. We're going to go to the
if he wasn't
text.
running for vice president, that might be true.
Yeah. I mean, if he was like the dog catcher, they don't care.
Nobody cares.
They don't care. But you're vice president. That means you could be president of the United States at one point, which is kind of crucial.
And he's weak and weird.
Morning show this morning being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and the Home Store, Broadmoor Mall. Extensive collection of FR jeans. They've got you covered. They've got everything, including big screen TVs, the big screen TVs. Now you're back on the Cowboy bandwagon. First thing Tom said this morning is, how about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys?
Back on the bandwagon.
Is that the bandwagon you're on this week? Yeah. We know it changes every week.
Yeah, they've got the recliners, furniture, everything you need if you're working in the patch. Check them out today. $99 boot section at Rig Outfitters in the Home Store. Scrub Outfitters is right next door. They have the largest selection of scrubs, medical scrubs. Find them today inside the Broadmoor Mall. The largest selection at 100 miles. Healing Hands, Medcatures, compression socks, comfortable shoes, all the medical equipment you'll need. Scrub Outfitters, Rig Outfitters, and the Broadmoor Mall. 83 today. Sunny skies. Clear tonight, 57. 87 tomorrow for your Tuesday. Wednesday up to 88. Is it ever going to cool off? I'm seeing weather getting back in the 90s.
Yeah.
The 90s. Unbelievable. Check of the weather being brought to you by Main Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Main Trailer Sales. They've got you covered with RVs, fifth wheels, toy haulers, ultralights. They've got them all. And they've been in business now close to 70 years. If you're living in a hotel in the patch, that gets old. Gets old very, very quick. First couple days, it's pretty cool. You need a place of your own. Hey, let the per diem pay for your fifth wheel. That would be cool. That would be, and then it is, when you're done paying, it is yours. MainTrailerSalesInc.com. Take the virtual tour of new and pre-owned models. 575-622-1751. Call them today.
Kathy from the patch is chiming in. Not sure what's going on, but y'all's feed is really staticky and has a lot of background.
Yeah, this time of the year we got atmospheric if we got any fog. So move over to the app or YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, Twitter, Twitch, or wherever else you can find us.
You can always catch us on that. Hey, what's on fire in Hobbs? This one texter. I just texted the fire chief waiting for an answer on that. So hopefully we'll get something here soon. And Russ Hader is saying, why don't they hire the same people that tally the votes for American Idol that tally the votes on Election Day? So we will have an actual Election Day, not an election month, says Russ Hader this morning.
Well,
Yeah, they would know within 24 hours.
Yeah, they definitely would.
They'd know that same night.
Yeah, I was going to say just a couple hours. They count millions of votes.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, it takes us forever.
Linda in Carlsbad is chiming in. Going to vote Thursday. Getting it in at the start. Everybody go vote, please.
Amen.
Says
Amen.
Linda.
Thought for the day being brought to you by Wakefield Oil, 35 years serving Southeast New Mexico, wakefieldOil.com. Call them today. Go to the website, wakefieldOil.com. If you're driving, they're on Facebook. They're all over the place. And if you're on location and need unleaded, if you need diesel, DEF value, interstate batteries, they'll deliver it to you wherever you are. On road, off road, it doesn't matter. WakefieldOil.com. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought for the day is if someone were to suddenly stop being allergic to food, how long would it take them to realize that? It's my thought for the day. I got to get to the tweet of the day. Well, little chicken Gabe Vasquez.
Mm-hmm.
Gabe Vasquez, the Marxist. I got to go now.
Yeah.
Gabe Vasquez.
Scared him off.
Is refusing to debate Yvette Harrell.
Mm.
30 days from the election. The question of the day, by the way, we haven't talked about this. Question of the day is 30 days away from the election. Trump or Harris? We're going to do our own little straw poll this morning. Trump or Harris? Please flood the text line. Trump or Harris? Go to Facebook. You can vote on Facebook, and we'd appreciate you taking the time to do that.
Tom, I'll count the Trumps. You count the Harrises.
That's going to be very easy.
That's the correct way to do it.
Yeah. That's going to be very easy. That reporter who broke the story that Kamala's husband slapped another woman said there's more information.
Oh, yeah.
That is out there. That he did pay her $80,000.
Hush money.
And made her sign that non-disclosure that everybody was talking about.
Oh, he should go to trial.
He should go to trial and have millions of dollars taken away from him.
Yeah, and have to put it up, in escrow or whatever with the state.
Yeah. So this guy was on Jesse Waters on Fox on Friday. And so they have sent this guy out to feminist rallies, and he's pimp slapping women. How does that work?
Because he's a domestic abuser, but he's on the left, so it's okay.
Well, he's the new masculine.
Yeah, he's a domestic abuser.
Wow. And we do know that he knocked up the nanny in his previous relationship.
And all these people that want to say that Trump is a womanizer, well, there you go on the other side. I mean, has he done anything different?
No.
Just saying. Good for the goose.
Yeah.
Good for the gander.
Superintendent of Oklahoma schools took some heat. Did you see that story?
I did.
So they are introducing the Bibles.
They are.
Into every classroom in Oklahoma. So according to the superintendent, Ryan Waters, he's a Republican, claims that he's going to put Trump Bibles in the classroom. And he never really said that.
No.
But he said that there's a bidding process.
Yes.
And if the Trump Bibles come in on the lowest bid,
then that's what'll go.
That's what will go. So that's what he said.
Yes.
So.
And they're really, I mean, they do say Trump on them, but you got to remember that was a partnership that he got into with Lee Greenwood. So they're not, it wasn't Trump doing it. It was Lee Greenwood asking Donald Trump to do it.
All right, Blake, if you want, go ahead and turn your headphones off now, because I'm going to talk about college football.
Yeah. How about them Tigers?
Let me just say, I never forget the year LSU beats Alabama and then plays Alabama for the national championship. Man, I was riding the wave. I was pumped up.
Yep.
And then Nick Saban had almost 3 weeks to plan for that game. and LSU's quarterback's head was not in the game. Instead, he was drinking and in the casinos in New Orleans. And they got smashed. And I had to come to work the next day.
Yeah.
And I was so mad that I wasn't crying, but I was crying. And then I had to go to work the next day and take the abuse.
Right. Well, I have said this whole time.
You have.
They are not playing well.
No.
And this showed.
Yeah.
And you knew it was going to be a possibility.
Yeah.
And Mizzou just blew it.
And, Mizzou is not used to the spotlight, not like an Alabama.
No. Sorry. Which got beat by Vanderbilt, which Mizzou did beat.
So congratulations going out to the quarterback. By the way, you won the game, but you also broke the record in the post-game interview, dropping the most F-bombs.
Wow.
They counted, I think it was 17 F-bombs. Yeah, they beeped them. But 17. Diego.
Keeping someone employed.
Wow.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah. Anyway, this kid, this is a great story. Went to school at, where Tom?
He went to school at New Mexico State University.
Yeah, but he went to school at Volcano Vista
in Albuquerque.
High school. Nobody wanted him. Nobody wanted him. So he goes the JUCO route, goes to NIMI. New Mexico State picks him up, and then his coach. Remember, the coach quit. Last year and became. He was sick. He just could. Head coaching job is like running a corporation, and it's a lot of work. And so he goes to Vandy. Jerry, what was his last name? Jerry, not Fink.
The coach?
Yeah. It's not Fink. I can't think of his. Anyway, he goes to, and he says, you got to bring the quarterback. So congratulations to Vandy. Congratulations going out to the New Mexico kid. But Texas is now number 1, Ohio State number 2, Oregon number 3, Penn State number 4, Georgia number 5, Miami number 6, Bama falls to 7, Tennessee falls to 8, Ole Miss is 9, Clemson number 10, Iowa State is 11, who I think is garbage.
Right.
Notre Dame 11, LSU 13, BYU 14, A&M moves up to 15. Great game by A&M.
Yeah, they were number 25.
And so
Mizzou dropped all the way to
Oklahoma's
21.
18, and Mizzou falls way down to 21.
Yeah, they fell 12 spots.
My goal is Joe Clack came out and picked LSU to be in the top 12 in the finals. LSU's got a path, but they got to beat Ole Miss this weekend. Ole Miss that's not a joke. And then they still got to play Alabama and A&M.
Well,
so
Mizzou still got to play Alabama again.
Yeah. So,
but I just want to point out that in the top 25, I don't see Colorado anywhere.
No, Colorado, and they did have a bye this week. So Colorado had a bye, so they didn't get to play this week. They would have won. If
they would have won.
They would have definitely won if they'd have won. All right, I got 2 things to get to when it comes to hurricane relief. Kamala Harris Saturday was in North Carolina, and she was speaking to an African-American woman, and the African-American woman said, I can't believe nobody's been here. And Kamala, well, I'm here now, darling. I am here. I mean, she put on the Southern.
Well, her try at a Southern.
So fake.
And so, but.
Yeah, it's not even. Go turn that way.
I got 2. You done?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to have a segment, Tommy Coughing Moment, being brought to you by.
I'm on it.
I think we could sell that.
I'm on it.
I think we could. But
it was a fake Southern accent,
yeah,
and she
very
can't
fake.
get it right.
No, she can't get it right.
Gosh.
Yeah, she
Another
can't.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get to the tweet of the day. In fact, I've got 2. Tweet of the day being brought to you by Platinum Auto Services in Carlsbad. Professional mechanics on duty. Somebody that you can trust. They use high-quality parts. Their guys are all certified ASE. Get in touch with them today. All changes, window tinting, suspension work, AC service, diagnostics, tire, accessories, and more. Get in touch with them today. Tweet of the day this morning.
By now, everyone's heard about what's going on in the western part of Carolina, eastern Tennessee, Florida, Georgia. Donate. Please donate what you can. Try to find a nonprofit to donate to, a church, local PD. A lot of those are taking donations, sheriff's departments. I know my department is running a bunch of stuff to the western part of the state to help. Donate. But please do not donate to FEMA. They are hindering a lot of what people are trying to accomplish out in the western part of the state. FEMA doesn't understand that these Appalachian people are built differently. I am very familiar with them. They are not going to stand by idly and have government officials tell them what to do.
No, those folks are very, very, very different. Very different. Glenn Beck went, and I got that cut this morning, and it's not, why is it not in my Dropbox? I know I dropped it. Anyway, he went there. I'll just say what happened.
Sure.
So Glenn Beck goes, he's there. He's on the ground. He sees a FEMA trailer. He's traveling with a congressman. 8 people in the van. Nobody spotted but Glenn. Parked out. Nobody could see it from the highway or from the road.
Right.
So they turn around. They go there. Lady comes out. And he goes, when are you going to start going door to door? And she says, well, we'll start tomorrow. We just got here today. Now, let me remind you, today I think is 10 days since this hurricane.
Yeah, 9 or 10.
9 or 10 days. FEMA is just arriving on the scene. Joe Biden just called in helicopters from our military to deliver goods. What are people? His old decrepit ass was at the beach.
Yep.
Showing so much empathy for the people that don't have water. I mean, look, the look is terrible.
Right.
The look is just terrible. I'm not saying he can do anything. He can't lift a pallet of water. He can't do anything. But the look is terrible. So he just sends in. So Glenn Beck is asking the question, well, we just got here. And tomorrow we'll park it closer to where people can see so the masses can see. Where have you been?
Right.
They're always a day late and $1 short.
But this is ridiculous. This is more so than ever before.
Well, it's the South, and you got to remember that far left-wing politicians still hate the South.
Yeah. So the FEMA director comes out, and she says that people are hating on FEMA, and it's hurting the process.
It is not.
So I got to find that exact quote, exactly what she said.
If the people of FEMA were doing their jobs.
Here it is. So FEMA accuses of playing the victim card after people like, where the hell have they been?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
She said that it's dangerous. The FEMA director said that holding them accountable is dangerous. The audacity that you want to hold a government entity. Right. Tom, who runs FEMA? Who's in charge of FEMA? Homeland Security. Same people that are in charge of our border.
The same people who've given all the money that FEMA's supposed to have to help Americans.
Do you know before Congress went on break, the hurricane was out in the Gulf, and they gave them more money, and that money is gone also?
Wow.
See, this is why people get really upset when it comes to immigration, because we see the money going out. That also sets me off on 2 more topics. Number 1, not only are we giving money to Ukraine, Somalia, $80 billion to Somalia this year. $80 billion. Which leads me to number 3, Puerto Rico. Okay. Puerto Rico. They do pay Social Security. Yeah. They do pay Medicare. But everything else is free. They pay no federal income tax.
Nope.
Everything they get, there is a return on the investment. In most states send money back. They pay no federal income tax.
Wow.
I'm just going to say it as loud as I can. Puerto Rico. And if there are any Puerto Ricans listening, I do not apologize. Either poop or get off the pot. You have voted down multiple times that you do not want to be a state. Now, when a hurricane hits you, you want the United States to come to the rescue.
And
you want us to take care of you.
And we send them a lot of money.
And we send them a lot of money. Either poop or get off the pot.
Yeah,
it's
but
time for you to either pay your taxes or not pay your taxes.
But who made them a state province years ago?
What promise?
Not state province.
They're not a state.
What are they then?
They're a territory.
They're a
Who made them a
territory.
territory? The United States. So
And your point?
go slap yourself. If you made them a state territorial,
Well, we can revoke
years ago,
that. We can revoke
they're not
that.
going to do it.
So they voted not to be a state. They voted not to be a state, revoke the territory, give the property back to them, close our bases, and be done.
Why don't they do it?
You suck. You suck all the milk and honey, but you don't want to put back in.
I'm sure they do something. They won't
They
be like
pay
that.
no federal.
You're right about that.
income
They pay
tax.
no taxes.
They pay no federal income tax. So why are we paying taxes? To take care of them? I'm done with them too. I'm sorry, I'm done with them
But
too.
they're
And
Americans.
no.
Yes, they are.
That's the other part.
My ex-wife was from
I
Puerto
get
Rico.
it, and you can call her right now. I don't
And
care.
she's an American.
I'll tell you the same thing. I'm tired of the free bandwagon. I'm tired of them getting everything for free.
They're Americans.
I'm tired. Just because you have some tie to Puerto Rico, I could give two poops, Tom. I could.
I'm just saying.
I don't care. I don't care what you're saying.
They're Americans.
I'm done with them. I'm done with them. Revoke citizenship. Get rid of them. Done.
Get rid of them.
Finish. Get. You don't want to pay taxes. You don't want to be a state. It's unfair to every other state. Done with them. Finish.
Still American.
Get out of here. Divorce them. Divorce them. Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
Patch.
What's up?
Yes, sir. No, sir. So on the hurricane.
Yep.
Frank.
Yes, sir. In North Carolina and everywhere. So earlier last week, I talked with you all, and I mentioned the scam that they did with the charging stations. You know, they never accounted the money. You know, they just, everybody in the Biden-Harris administration son ratas de dos patas. They're thieves.
Yep.
They're banking their pockets. They're
Billions.
all these,
Billions
yes, sir.
of money.
Yes, sir. And it came out last week when Elon Musk had to get Starlink to help the firefighters and the cops and everybody there because their satellites weren't working. Did you know that they made like a $4 billion budget to put internet in all those Appalachian Mountains and all that, and they never did one. They never started
Frank,
it.
the problem is bigger than that. We have allocated like $30 billion for rural internet and not one connection across the United States. It is a slush fund. It is a slush fund.
Correct, and that's why I say that party, the Democrat Party, is the party, el partido de las ratas de dos patas. All they do is steal.
Yep.
They even steal valor.
Yep.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate
nothing
you.
they've done that they couldn't steal.
Yep. Yeah.
Now, obviously, this weather thing that hit this hurricane is a weather phenomenon. But we've been working for decades at controlling the weather.
Amen.
And so we can make things worse. Usually can't make them better, but we can make them worse.
we make them definitely worse.
And what was really interesting, we barely hit on that. And there's a lot of people saying there's some conspiracy going on about lithium being able to be mined in that area, right? And that's one of the biggest lithium deposits in the world is in that part of North Carolina. All right. Now, wouldn't it be crazy if 3 days before that they got permits put out to mine all that? And wouldn't it be crazy if, say, BlackRock acquired about a $2.2 million share in stock right before that?
Of course, that wouldn't happen.
No. Wouldn't it be crazy if all the residents that were opposed to all that mining just had all their homes wiped away and the government didn't come to help them?
And then the government maybe will buy up those homes, or maybe Blackwater will, or Oprah. Maybe Oprah will come in and buy those homes.
Well,
all right, we're going to get to Kamala. Call Her Daddy is the name of the podcast. I couldn't remember. Call Her Daddy. Now, you figure out what kind of podcast that is. Call Her Daddy. Call Her Daddy. It's the name of the podcast.
I would think it'd be a lesbian podcast.
Yes, exactly.
Ding, ding, ding.
We're going to get to that coming up next. Also talking about a state of Florida guardsmen talking about FEMA not doing anything. We'll get to that coming up in just a second. I got a lot of stuff to hammer out. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Twin Wells Fuel Station, running low on 128. If you're between Jowl and Carlsbad, exit on Buck Jackson Road, head out to the Twin Wells Fuel Station. You'll spot them a large area. It's covered. They sell unleaded, green diesel, red diesel, DEF value, right off of 128 on Buck Jackson Road. Twin Wells Fuel Station, reminding you to be safe on the road.
All right. Texter says, I bet Tom plays dumb, but I do appreciate his alternative take on things, even if he is wrong most of the time.
Well, if Tom has a tie to anything, he'll kiss that ass until the ass is gone. Until the ass is gone, he will kiss it. He is not even with the Puerto Rican woman now, and he's still kissing that ass.
Well, my kids are half Puerto Rican. Matter of fact,
Kids are half Puerto Rican?
My kids are half Mexican.
Yeah.
So what's your point?
Point is that they got Puerto Rican blood in them.
And I don't give a damn. It's time to poop or get off the pot. You almost made me cuss.
Yeah, but how many Americans don't pay taxes too, B?
Oh, here we go again. Well, you know, we already have murderers and rapists, so let's import some more. That's another thing you've said. They're only here for a better life.
Well, they are. At one time they were.
Yeah. Now
maybe no.
Yeah.
I bet you, if you were an immigrant and you came here and you had you got a chance to get a gift card and hotel room, you take it in a New York minute.
We are the stupid ones. By the way, I am an immigrant for 9 months out of the year way I live, and I don't ask anybody for a damn penny. And if you can't come to this country and not ask somebody for a damn penny, you shouldn't come.
But you live in the Philippines and live like a king on our American dollar.
And no, not on ours, on my American dollar. Don't get twisted there, fat boy. Go eat some more tortillas and keep coughing.
The way I ate good this weekend, by the way.
A la máquina.
Monica.
Okay. Why isn't Elizabeth Warren wanting Preco pay their fair share? Is Preco, I don't know what she's referring, or what this person is referring to. Preco. I heard a rumor that Tennessee National Guard had been sent to Kuwait.
I think that meant Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay, Puerto Rico. I'm on Preco. Also, we are getting ready to send about $174 million to Lebanon. Wow.
Of course we are, because Kamala feels sorry for those people.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the people in Appalachia, here's $750 for you.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the
we're
difference.
broke.
Unbelievably sad. They are stalling restoration to the South to hinder votes because they are red states.
Yep.
We all figured that right away. And Smokey in Arizona says, did you guys hear one of them beat a FEMA worker?
No.
One of the Appalachian people?
Well,
those people don't play.
And
I don't feel sorry for the people that beat them.
And a lot of people up in the mountain, they were like, well, they don't have bathrooms anymore. Well, we ain't had bathrooms ever.
Some places.
Yes.
So, as of right now,
yeah, there's still a lot of places in America where outhouse is the way to go.
Yeah, most definitely. Hey, morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from this morning?
I calling from Hobbs, America.
What's going on?
Hey, I don't know if this is allowed or not. I work for Spinnaker. I'm the district manager out there. I got a call a text on Saturday from one of my guys, and I really can't mention the company's name because of the social media restriction they have, but they sent a text out that B&L White in Hobbs is going to send 2 semi-trucks to North Carolina and I guess northwest North Carolina and then northeast Tennessee Wednesday morning. They're donating the fuel and the 2 drivers. So we're trying to get enough supplies on these trucks
Sure.
to basically make it worth their while. So if anybody can donate, if I can send y'all a
Yes, please.
a list of things that they're going to take. They're going to load between 8 o'clock and noon on Wednesday morning, the 10th.
Hey, if you
the
can,
9th, excuse me.
yeah, if you can send that to Blake on the text line, we'll take care of getting it on social media and talking about it throughout the day.
Yep.
And thank you so much for letting us know about this.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you.
We've already got quite a few donations already, but we need a lot of help with this.
Yeah, let's fill those trucks up. Thank you so much.
I know the people in North Carolina do as well.
Oh man, it's so sad. And you know what? People helping people is still the best way to help those people. It's
Amen.
not the government.
No.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. 656.
There's a text on text line 2 saying the $750 that Kamala wants to give to the people, that actually ties to their land. It's a loan against their land, and their land's held for collateral. So you think this is not a land grab? While we send money to Lebanon and the Ukraine,
Somalia, Puerto Rico.
yeah. Oh, by the way, on North Carolina, since we're on that subject for a moment, one texter asked, well, where will they be able to vote now when they start voting? in
Well,
North Carolina?
I would hope that they will bring out mobile voting machines. I don't know. That is a problem.
It's one of the concerns.
That is the problem. Kamala Harris goes on a podcast. You know, one of the big podcasts, it's called Call Her Daddy. Anybody ever heard of Call Her Daddy? And Kamala is very, very proud of some of her accomplishments. Listen to this BS.
Our TikTok terms. I have seen girls on the street walk up to men and be like, do you know where a tampon goes? Do you know how many tampons we use? Do you even know do you know what a X or Y or Z is of a part of our, and they don't know the answer.
I was the first vice president or president to ever in office go to a reproductive health care clinic.
Listen,
She's saying she was the first president to go to an abortion clinic?
when you go on a talk show and the topic is menstrual products, you have got to be about one of the dumbest females
Amen.
on planet Earth.
Yeah, well, she has no
Especially if
substance.
you're a politician.
Nothing.
Exactly.
So
Like, that is the last freaking thing we need you to be talking about.
People can't afford food, and that's what we're
For
talking
one,
about.
men don't need to know how to put a tampon on.
Tom, you know how to put a tampon on?
Never did it to no woman.
And if you do, why?
I mean, if my
Why
wife
do you
would
know?
come to me and say that she needed some help, I mean, I know my way around the female body. I'm not saying I'm an expert. But
Pero you could help.
Yes.
But you wouldn't know how to put it on, right?
No. All right, Friday. Friday.
They're
I was
good for
at the
polishing shoes.
Eastern. Yes. Eastern New Mexico State Fair makes a good bandage too. Yeah. If you get shot, that's the perfect. So we're at the Eastern New Mexico State Fair. Thanks everybody for coming to the booth.
Yeah, thank you.
And but
Nice meeting
probably
everybody.
the most popular booth was the Trump apparel. Got the shirt, and I did pay for it. I interviewed him. I didn't say, "Hey, bro, can you hook me up here?" Like Tom A would do.
Right.
But I talked to him about who comes and buys Trump apparel.
So I hear it all the time. B, you are a racist. Hispanics do not vote for Donald Trump. What type of people are rolling through here? Because there was just a guy that just bought the Latinos for Trump shirt over here. Latinos for Trump. I don't know. You can't see that. But Latinos for Trump. So what kind of people come in here?
All kinds. I would say at least half of them are Latinos, and they're excited, and they buy Trump stuff all day long.
Amen. There you go. So
isn't he from Germany?
He's from Germany, migrated to America.
Mm-hmm. An immigrant.
Immigrant, and got a bang-up business that he's doing. He travels the country selling Trump stuff. By the way, one of the funniest quotes that I saw on Facebook on Saturday, Israel, you made my day. So Israel Gonzalez, by the way, congratulations on your wedding, bro. But Israel is a kid who grew up, and I don't want to embarrass him, grew up with my kids, and first generation American now. He's a citizen now. So he says, to all my local Roswell people, please do not be alarmed or worried. It is not the borders opening again. It's just my family starting to arrive for my wedding. And no, we are not serving dogs and cats at the reception.
Oh, that's perfect.
Feel free to leave your pets loose. No need to lock them up. LOL.
That's worthy of sharing.
Israel. Cool. By the way, he got married on Saturday.
Congrats.
And he's that type of person that's probably out there welding this morning. So
Right on.
Yeah. Good
Speaking
kid.
of Trump, I'm glad that you brought that up.
I was going to bring up
You
the
wanna
dogs
know
and
our
cats.
count? 25, 29, 30, 32 votes for Trump, 0 for Harris.
Yep, 0
So-
for Kamala.
Zero.
So Tom doesn't have to have a whole bunch to do.
So talking about the dogs and cats thing, because that was funny.
Right.
But apparently, one of the Haitian groups in Ohio tried to file to have an arrest warrant put out for J.D. Vance
Yeah.
and Donald Trump
Yeah.
over those statements.
Yeah, well,
because they said in Haiti you would be arrested for that. We want them arrested.
ACLU has said they will represent them in a defamation case. I don't know how
The
you
Ohio court threw it out
I don't know how you defame somebody.
without talking about them.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. So Kamala, make that Carrie Jean-Pierre.
Haitian.
Yeah, she's a Haitian herself. And answering questions about why is it taking Biden almost 4 years to come to a briefing?
Why didn't he come in the 3.5 years before? Why?
I mean, he came today, and you got to see him, and you were here.
He had the
Oh,
opportunity.
man. Come on.
right.
Come on. He was here.
Come on.
He took your questions.
Come on. Come on.
Come on, man.
By the way, somebody should be arrested. The whole charade that they have put on that Biden is actually president. Somebody should be arrested. And by the way, Saturday Night Live, the luster is gone. All they do is pick on Kamala and Vance. Here's part of Saturday
And
Night
Biden.
Live and Biden. Yeah, here's part of that from Saturday.
He's out there. He's doing his thing, whatever that may be.
Come on, just relax. You know, you haven't had a night off in 3 months. Do you want to watch something less stressful like the Menendez Brothers show?
I don't know, Dougie. I kind of wish I had picked Josh right now.
Oh, Josh Shapiro?
No, Josh. Cabernet.
Look, Tim'll be fine. It's not like he's going to say something crazy.
I've become friends with school shooters.
So
look, that's a very good Kamala.
Yeah.
Very good.
Like-
There's a girl on TikTok, and as a matter of fact, my daughter found her and sent me a couple of videos. Oh my gosh, she was portraying Kamala in Vegas, and she was like, whatever.
This is
it was
awesome.
hilarious.
Yeah. Elon Musk. We'll get to Elon Musk coming up next. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Hobbs Airfield Speedway, 575-631-5099. Call Jamal today. Find them Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Cash days are coming back the first weekend of November, the 1st and the 2nd. No prep, flashlight cash days. Limpy is back. Small tire, True Street, tailgate, daily driver, run what you brung it, junior dragsters, and so much more. It's the first, the TNT race, the second flashlight cash days, all going on at the Hobbs Airfield Speedway. Check them out today. 704.
All right, Trump all the way, says bulldozer from Seminole, so we can bulldoze over those snowflakes, he says this morning.
Right on.
And Joe Ray Perez says, Roswell from Roswell says, I'm voting for Trump all the way. Trump, drill, baby, drill, baby, drill. Chad from Hobbs is chiming in on that. And Adam from Artesia, Trump 2024, drill, baby, drill. A lot of people are, again, she had 29, they're building up even more now. Trump to the end, says another texter.
I had 32.
Yeah, you had 32. And Kristen Carlsbad says, voting early to eliminate excuses like I couldn't vote because I had to work. You got to go vote early,
Amen.
says Kristen Carlsbad.
Get them, Doug.
That's what I learned at registering people. You know what? The one thing that we always ask why people don't go to vote. The one thing that I got from a lot of people that I asked if they have registered to vote was, I don't know why I should.
Maybe because it's your duty as a citizen.
I'm interested to know what Tom's answer was.
I said, well, you can't really give an answer because you're an RVA agent. Okay, there's other people that do that.
I'm still interested to know what Tom's answer was.
So what would be your answer?
Why should I vote, Tom?
Well, if I wasn't registering people, I would have given an answer.
So what would be your answer?
So when they said what's the reason for me to register to vote? You don't have an answer for that?
Well, I have an answer for it,
but you don't give it to them.
No, I didn't give it. That was not my role. My role is to register people.
Oh, I would give it to them.
So you can't tell them that they should register.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell them the benefits of voting.
Well, this is my first time doing it, so I wanted to be careful not to eliminate a lot of those people from the registered votes if I said something stupid. Of course, I never do that, But
and say something stupid.
Yes.
Yes. You never do that. All right, we didn't do the price of oil, being brought to you by Spinnaker Cementing Solutions, a division of CUD Energy Services. Spinnaker is built to service the largest drilling programs all the way. They do drilling wells all year long. Spinnaker, dedicated to leading the way in cementing solutions while ensuring premium quality service delivered right to the wellhead. And they've got a lot of people employed all across New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma. Find out more information today. You can visit them at SpinnakerOil.com. SpinnakerOil.com, or right there on Magnum Industrial Road in Hobbs. And don't forget, we got a call this morning from Spinnaker about this big drive for sending stuff to North Carolina and Tennessee. They are part of our community. Price oil this morning being brought to you by Spinnaker Cementing Solutions.
West Texas Intermediate, $71.18, $76.06 for Brent crude, and the price of natural gas is $2.83. B.
All right, two people going on trial in New Mexico as they tortured a woman while they were caregivers for this poor woman. Trial dates for the two people accused of abusing the woman with developmental disabilities, causing her death, have been set. Angelita Chacon, primary caregiver for this woman, and her girlfriend, Patricia Hurtado, drove the 38-year-old Rio Rancho woman to the border. You remember this story? They drove her to the border. Border agents searched the van and found the woman unresponsive. Court documents show that she had sores and bruises all over her body, including 2 holes in her leg that were so deep it appeared to show the bone. Investigators say they were taking the woman to Mexico for medical care and social services. Raul Torres said it was nothing short of Torres. So they will go on trial, and looks like that trial date is going to be set for September of next year. Former Albuquerque police public school bus worker accused of child abuse. Former Albuquerque public school bus attendant to face charges. Police allege that she hit a special needs student with a plastic sign. Debbie Chavarita is her name, and now she is facing charges. Also, one victim dead in Albuquerque over the weekend from a gunshot wound, and they are investigating this as a homicide. State of Florida guardsmen said that they've been on the ground, but in North Carolina, as DeSantis sent guardsmen to North Carolina, but he said, FEMA, where's the Air Force, the Army bringing in supplies? He said it is a complete failure of leadership. And the speaker is addressing where the FEMA money went. It was diverted, he says, for migrant care. American people are truly disgusted with the Biden and Harris administration. Big movie that came out over the weekend, Joker, stunning flop. Got a D- and took in less than $40 million. By the way, They were projecting that to be over 200 million.
No, I talked to my brother about it last night.
Joaquin Phoenix did a great job the first time.
Well, it was a musical is what it was, he told me.
Well, I think Lady Gaga actually drug this down.
Probably. Elon Musk. He is a little different.
He is.
He's
he
different.
is from South Africa.
But you know, most very intelligent people are different.
Isn't he autistic?
Yeah. No. He's not autistic, but he's just different. He is so intelligent that he's.
I want to say I heard he was autistic.
And you know, he has to take. What does he take, Blake? To like very small doses. Ketamine. Because he can't shut off his mind.
Oh, wow.
He cannot shut off his mind. So to rest, he's just so hyperactive. Here's what he had to say. He went on stage for Donald Trump.
This is a must-win situation. Must win. So I have one ask for everyone in the audience, everyone who watches this video, everyone in the live stream. This one request. It's very important. Register to vote. Okay, and get everyone you know, and everyone you don't know, drag them to register to vote.
So he just a little different, but every very, very, very intelligent person I know, from engineers to whatever, they're just a little different. That's not bad. I'm just saying they're just different. Donald Trump talked about rebuilding America. He was in Butler, Pennsylvania over the weekend, and a huge crowd.
If you want a president who will stop at nothing to protect you and your family, I hope you're going to vote for a gentleman named Donald J. Trump. Have you heard of him? Together we will rebuild Western North Carolina, rural Georgia, and every other state that's been so badly affected.
I mean, it is so sad, the Biden-Harris administration, what they are doing. It's sad. All right, we got to take a break. It's already 12 after 7, KWMW, Maljamora 105.1 FM. When we come back, taking out trash, things that happened on this date in history. We're going to give you a chance to maybe win some cash this morning. We'll give you a chance to do that. Cowboys, when we're giving away the Cowboys tickets?
The 11th.
The 11th. So the last week to qualify for the Cowboys tickets. Last week.
Yep.
Morning show this morning being brought to you by La Tienda in Carlsbad. They've got super savings from their meat department. Jumbo drumstick, 79 cents a pound. Quarter loin pork chops, just $1.88 a pound. Choice beef round rogue family pack family pack, $3.99 a pound. Put that in the pressure cooker, and fresh lean ground beef, $2.99 a pound. Red and white seedless grapes, $1.99 a pound. And you can get, don't forget, Tuesday, it's Taco Tuesday, signature tacos with USDA prime ribeye steak. It's going on at La Tienda in Carlsbad. And you can find, the fajita steak fajitas on Friday. So it's Fajita Friday. So Taco Tuesday, Fajita Friday. Get it all at La Tienda. And don't forget, when you buy them, buy the burrito or you could buy it by the pound for the tailgate. So get into La Tienda today and check them out. Tom, quickly to the text. We're late.
All right. I'm sorry. I was texting our fire chief. So, Monica, take that for me.
My Uncle Mike texted and he said that there was a house fire on Broome Street in Hobbs. He said a couple of streets from my house, it's pretty bad. So that's probably what you guys have seen in Hobbs. I did ask him if there was anyone inside or if he knew yet. And he said, don't know if anyone was in there. So
and I did just post up on our Facebook page about the donations and the truckloads. I just posted that up. So
great.
Praise the Lord. Someone said, Monica, he does have a form of Asperger's, which is a type of autism on the spectrum disorder.
I know somebody else's child. Yeah. Very intelligent.
I knew he had something different. He was different for a reason. And let's see.
Never let it hold you back.
No, and he didn't hold back procreating kids either.
Yeah. Tom A., you dang Demo crap. Open your eyes. Oh, wait. You get the buffet for free. Haha. Love you, man, but we'll send you over the border. With
You get the buffet for free?
I don't get no buffet. I never had gotten buffet for free.
Lies, right there.
I don't ask the cashier. Could you give me the
Lies.
buffet for free? That's
No,
not
he
true.
asked the owner.
No, this is this is his MO at every fair. He walks around. Oh, turkey leg. They're $14. Huh? Hey, by the way, I'm going to interview
Listen,
right
I
now.
thought I was
I'm going to
cheap
interview you. I'm going to
sometimes.
go back and use this on the air. But can I at least try the turkey leg?
No,
And
you
then
know
he-
that's never happened.
Oh, Tom, please.
Never happened.
I've got proof that it's happened. And then he'd go to the funnel cake and the roasted corn.
Never
and,
happened.
Yeah.
I paid for all our food.
Yeah. I did too.
What'd you have?
And I'm not bashing on the vendors, but I think $4 for a bottle of water is a little much.
Yeah, come on.
And $22 for a small drink, a hamburger and fries is a bit much. $22.
It is. But you had that giant thing of ribbon fries,
Yeah,
too,
that's
that looked like it was
$14.
Yeah, but it looked like a
$14.
sack of potatoes. I mean, it was
$14. And then the funnel cake. I picked up a funnel cake for the kids when I was going back to my daughter's, and that was $10. So, but those ribbon fries, I have been suffering, and I don't know what they're called, but I know what I call them. Back in Louisiana, when we get like a little sore in our mouth, we call that an ulcer. And I'm just saying, do not spend all that money
if you're not
on medicating a canker sore or ulcer. Just go to the store and get you a bottle of alum. Alum, a lot of people use alum to cook. Back in the day, prostitutes used alum for a different purpose. Look that up, not kids.
Okay.
So alum, you take a dab of that alum and you put it on the canker sore or the ulcer, and in a day and a half, it's gone.
Wow.
Gone.
Or spray some Windex on it.
Do not take any medical advice from Tom because swallowing Windex can kill you.
So alum is a lot of people cook with alum, so you can find it in the cooking.
Do not ingest Windex, no matter what Tom says.
But my grandmother and grandfather always had a little. Remember the Secrets?
Yes.
Yeah. Had that tin filled with alum, so they'd put it on cuts and all kind of stuff. But if you got an ulcer or a canker sore or a fever blister, Grandma always said, "Come here, boy."
Cayenne pepper, I think, does it as well, but I don't know if it does quite as much because you can use that. Like if you have a cut, cayenne pepper will stop the bleeding.
So alum, unbelievable. All right, some of the stories we're going to talk about. Looks like private helicopters bringing supplies. How many pounds have been brought into North Carolina and Tennessee? Kamala Harris sets the stage. She's going to be interviewed now. I'll tell you where. The richest female musician in the world. We'll talk about that. An Odessa woman charged with having sex with an underage teen. And a newcomer.
Illegal foreigner.
Arrested for killing a Georgia surgeon.
Another illegal foreigner murderer.
Yes.
Wow.
And CNN reporting that Kamala Harris is in big trouble. We'll get to those stories in just a second.
For what?
News this morning being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror and Grooming Tool. If you haven't checked it out, go online right now to atlasmakeupmirror.com. Go to Facebook or Instagram. Check out the cool videos. Or call Rebecca Long, 575-631-3189. How did this come about, the makeup mirror?
She was flustered at the lack of a good mirror.
Quality. She was looking for a quality makeup mirror and came back from a trip and said hotels have terrible lighting and terrible mirrors, and I can't put on my makeup and do my hair, so I'm going to go buy a makeup mirror. So she discovered fairly quickly, after going through like 20 of them, that they all aren't that great. And so she designed the Atlas makeup mirror, got with an engineer, and they put it together. And now it is the fastest growing makeup mirror, and it is worldwide pretty much now. Go to the website, check it out, buy it right from the website, atlasmakeupmirror.com.
Buy it early for women in your life as Christmas presents. And you can have it sent straight to them wherever they are. you can have it sent.
That's pretty awesome. All right, we're coming back. I got a lot of things to get to. Be on the Breakfast Club. We're W105. It's already 7:20. You know what that means? We are very, very, very late.
Call now. Thank you for calling.
La Tienda in Carlsbad presents the Cash Blowout Contest on W105. This is the Cash Blowout Contest on W105.
Call now. Call now.
MTD Radio News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Get the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. A stalled proposal to build a nuclear waste storage facility between Carlsbad and Hobbs could get new life after a Supreme Court decision Friday on a similar facility in West Texas. Interim Storage Partners received a license from the Nuclear Regulatory Commission to build the site in Andrews, Texas in 2021 and was immediately appealed by the state of Texas and a consortium of opponents including oil company Fasken Oil and Ranch. The license was vacated in August of 2023 by the U.S. Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, which said federal laws precluded the Nuclear Regulatory Commission from granting the license to the private facility under the Atomic Energy Act. The ruling was appealed to the Supreme Court in separate filings by the NRC and the company that wants to build the facility. The Supreme Court opted on Friday to consolidate the appeals into one case, and the Supreme Court justices agreed to hear the case, with a decision expected later this year. And Jal police officer Corey Patrick Saffel has pleaded guilty to 3 felony counts related to the unlawful arrest of a San Antonio man who later died in custody after being tased multiple times in July of 2021. Saffel and 2 co-defendants remain in custody facing multiple charges related to the death of the man. Court documents filed early in September outline conditions for Saffel's supervised release, which included reducing the severity of his 3 charges in exchange for his likely testimony against his co-defendants and payment of restitution to the victim's family. Saffel entered his guilty plea in federal court on September 10th, admitting he violated the civil rights of the victim, referred to only as John Doe. The victim is believed to be Hector Nava, whose estate reached a $5 million settlement with the city of Jal in 2022 following a wrongful death lawsuit tied to the same incident for which the officers were originally indicted. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
PMC Outlet, also known as The Shack, is located at 3106 East Green Street on the Hobbs Highway in Carlsbad and is well worth the drive. PMC's The Shack is a local family-owned indoor grow facility. They have low outlet pricing every day with farm-to-table delivery. They also have plenty of truck and trailer parking. You can find them online at pmccultivators.com or give them a call today, 575-988-8704. The Shack is open Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and on Fridays, 8 to 6. Must be 21 years of age or older or 18 with a medical card. Medications taking away key nutrients from your body? Struggling with weight loss? Pharmacy 575 offers all your prescription needs and more. From their My Daily Medication program with pre-dosed packages to weight loss plan with in-body scanner or their medication and wellness consultations, let Pharmacy 575 help. With walk-in vaccines and local delivery, they do it all. Go see Pharmacy 575 at 305 East Sanger Suite 600 or call 575-263-2908. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Pharmacy 575. Your health, their priority.
The 22nd annual Jalorama is happening Saturday, October 12th from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. at Jal Lake Park. Enjoy food, vendors, games, live music, a car show, and the Chili and Rib Challenge. A full day of activities you won't want to miss. Live music starts at 5 p.m. featuring Los Higueros del Arroyo, Porte y Estilo de Ojinaga, Brian Mars Band, and the Damn Quails. For registration and more information, visit cityofjal.us. Come out to Jal Lake Park Saturday, October 12th for the 22nd annual Jalorama, starting at 8 a.m. in Jal Jal, New Mexico.
Did you know that when you become employed with Eddy County, you'll be receiving one of the best and most competitive benefits packages in southeast New Mexico? Eddy County offers great pay, paid vacation, paid sick leave, and holiday pay. In addition, you get para-retirement, and for full-time employees, 100% health insurance paid and 60% for your dependents. You can find a list of open positions and apply at New Mexico Workforce Connection or online at eddycounty.org. Eddy County is an equal opportunity employer.
Pops Power Washing Services, LLC has been in business for 9 years and continues to serve the Permian Basin and West Texas area. Specializing in power washing services for the oil field, Pops Power Washing would like to earn your business. Contact Eric and the crew today to get on a maintenance schedule to upkeep your battery facilities, containments, LACT units, all the way down to your wellheads to mitigate possible fines to your company. Fully insured and bonded. Call or text Pops Power Washing Service, LLC at 575-704-0330. That's 704-0330.
Call now or text 877-396-W105 to talk to B in the Breakfast Club.
Call me Elf one more time.
If you're in a car with a liberal who doesn't want to listen to B in the Breakfast Club, make him get out and walk. Anyway, they're helping to save the environment.
This is not headline news. The new Joker movie is being called the worst movie ever made. Hold my beer, replied Megalopolis. A fire broke out on a Frontier Airlines flight as it landed in Las Vegas. A frightening reminder the biggest gamble you make in Vegas is flying Frontier Airlines. Scientists say climate change is causing polar bears to lose weight. Either that or they can no longer afford bottles of Coca-Cola. U.S. employers added 254,000 jobs in September. However, half that number is Diddy's new legal team. And a burglar in England hung up a woman's laundry and unloaded her groceries. Once cops track him down, she hopes to marry him. This is not headline news.
727, Blake said this morning, he said, I heard somebody vacuuming this morning. Mm-hmm. Yes, that was me. I usually vacuum Will's office one time a week because I carry in a lot of stickers.
Yeah.
Those goat
they're out
heads.
there. Yeah.
And then it looked like somebody had...
Yeah, I was going to say, what were you eating in here,
It looks like somebody had eaten...
I didn't eat it.
It looks like somebody had eaten peanuts. Maybe it was something off somebody's shoes.
Peanuts, sunflower seeds.
But I
like
just came in here and vacuumed. So I am domesticated. From time to time, I wash the dishes and make my own sandwich, Tom. I do what I got to do. Looks like, according to a brand new study, 60% of the average American's diet comes from ultra-processed food. Tom, do you eat processed food?
Never.
Okay.
That's all you eat.
Ice cream, chips,
Nope.
soda.
Nope.
All processed.
Can't eat none of that.
All right, what do you eat, Tom? Let's do this real quick.
I eat vegetables and fruits.
Oh, you're a damn
You're
liar.
a liar.
And chicken and beef.
You're a
Steak.
damn liar.
In what?
I put it in my air filter.
I swear, one day I'm going to stab you in the eye with this pen.
So I won't see a muffin wrapper in your car.
Maybe
or a
in the
McDonald's bag in
Nor
your
a
car.
hash brown bag.
I guarantee you I can go out to your car today. Right now. I will get myself up.
Yep.
And I guarantee you I'll find processed
When
food.
you rode with me the other day, was any of that in my car? No.
Yes. Yes. By the way, I'm surprised.
I would get up and go do it, but I can't get past him.
I'm surprised it's like 60%. So 40% of the average American's diet comes from DoorDash.
DoorDash, I believe that.
You're overpaying.
Long
Unbelievable.
held belief. Scientists now believe that Alzheimer's reshapes the brain in a way that is unique as your fingerprints. That's what they're saying. And
Possible. There's a lot of things that are going on with it. We don't know much about the brain.
We're not there yet, and I
No.
think we should invest. Instead of sending $280 billion to Ukraine, that's one thing we should invest in.
Just half.
And give the other half to cancer.
Yeah.
Give the other half to cancer.
But there's no money in a cure. They don't want to cure these diseases.
And here's the deal.
Because they want to keep people sick enough to make money for Big Pharma.
That's right.
As a guy that has been living in pain for 1994, there's no money in medical marijuana. Big Pharma is not going to make a whole bunch of money off of medical marijuana.
No,
they
push the
people
pills.
people like Tom can say, well, why haven't there been more research? I don't know. You tell me why the government hasn't done. I mean, we can do gender study research in Kenya, but we can't do research on marijuana? Come on. There's more to that story. There's more to that story, but Big Pharma can't make the millions and billions and trillions that they do. That's part of that problem.
Tom, did you have pancakes at the pancake breakfast?
Oh, at the Shriners?
Go ahead, boy. Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
One serving.
All right. Processed food.
No, they make those on the oven. I mean, on the griddle.
Pancake is processed food.
They make that
Andy
on the
said,
griddle.
I enjoyed seeing Tom at the Shriners Fruit and Vegetable Festival on Saturday.
Well, if they would have had fruits and vegetables, I would have eaten fruits and
No,
vegetables.
you ate processed food, and you said you never do.
Pancakes.
Look, it's not terrible. We all eat processed food, but if that's all you eat,
right?
That's not all I eat.
Processed food is not good for you. It leads to a lot of diseases and things
people
like that.
ask me all the time, dude, you've lost a lot of weight. I hear that every time. Yeah, because my diet changes when I go to the Philippines, and now my metabolism has changed, and I think testosterone has something to do with that also. But now that
you're back here, it's slowing down.
Yeah, I'm at 183 pounds. I weighed today. My goal was 185.
Well, Leonard Velasquez, he's our county guy. He did give me sugar-free syrup for my pancakes.
Good.
Again, a highly processed food.
Yeah. So if I have my choice of sugar-free tea or sugar in my tea, I'll take the sugar.
Me too.
I'll take the sugar because all this diet stuff is not good. What it does to your body, it makes your body crave more sugar is what it does. And more surveys are coming out, more research is coming out against these artificial sugar.
Oh, yeah.
Look,
I would just rather have more of the real sugar.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
less of the
there-
real sugar than more of the fake sugar.
Yes,
My opinion.
but the closer it is to the raw, the better it is for you.
I mean,
and there is some other sweeteners that aren't artificial,
like what's that called?
like stevia.
Yes, stevia. Yeah. Our government approved fen-phen that killed millions.
Yep.
Our government, and so when I hear all the people, well, it's not approved by the FDA.
Well,
how many medications?
I could do a whole show on the FDA because they're a marketing arm,
of
the government.
My dad took a medication. So my dad worked in radio like I work, and so my dad was in radio forever.
Is that how you got into radio?
Yes,
Nice.
as a kid, 14 years,
Right on.
11 years old when I first started working. I went on the air at 13.
Wow.
So my dad has to have a kidney transplant.
Okay.
So they gave him a medication, and I can't remember the name of the medication. It made him lose his hearing.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I'm not talking about deaf like I'm deaf. I'm talking about completely lose his hearing.
Wow.
And so they approved that. How many side effects in every medication?
There are tons. And they go through them real fast and read them real low and put them in tiny print so that you don't.
I mean,
half the time these medications, one of the side effects is what you're trying to cure from the medication.
On Friday before we left, I asked Tom if he was on Cialis. And I didn't mean that to be a smart way, but I am encouraging, there are other benefits.
Sure.
There are other benefits.
I mean, those were developed as heart drugs.
They were. And so if you suffer from high blood pressure, Cialis has a big advantage. But it also, when it comes to your men's health, prostate, and that type of stuff, more and more surveys are coming out saying every man should be on low doses, like not 10 milligrams, not 20 milligrams, but like
Microdoses.
5 milligrams or less a day. And so
to help shrink the prostate.
Right. And bodybuilders use that because it gets them pumped.
Yeah, and
I'm
more
not talking
oxygen
about
in the
pumped
blood.
in other ways, but pumped.
Yeah.
And so go do your own research, but I'm big on just digging deep.
Well, as Americans, we've grown used to hearing, oh, this does that, so therefore it's okay.
Yeah.
And just accepting it at face value. Like, not all that long ago, a few decades, people still looked into these things to find out what it did.
So
now we don't. We just go, oh, it's going to cure that. I'll take
and
it.
if the doctor puts you on something, you think, well, like the doctor, I've had multiple doctors tell me, oh, you have to be on a statin. No. You put yourself on a statin. I'm not going to get on a statin.
Well, a lot of times, and I'm not saying all doctors, I'm not saying in all cases, but there are many times they are funded by the pharmaceutical companies.
Right. I'm not getting on a statin, and the reason I'm not getting on a statin because it can affect your brain.
Yep.
And it can do a lot of damage to you. Yep. Cholesterol was not, 20 years ago. Cholesterol was, and there are doctors now that say, we shouldn't even be looking at cholesterol.
Yeah.
So I actually started taking milk thistle and cayenne pepper and okay. Now my cholesterol is good and bad, Tom. The bad and the good.
Well, they said also eating a lot of eggs would cause a lot of cholesterol.
BS. They also said shrimp. Too. BS.
Yeah.
They have come out now many years ago and said that eating a lot of eggs is BS. So I eat 4 eggs a day.
The egg thing is
can't afford to eat eggs no more.
So, did you know that Peru in the past 2 decades has been raising and eating genetically modified breed of guinea pigs in that country?
Oh my God,
guinea pigs! Yes, and they eat it. It's a delicacy. Yeah. But TikTok star Taylor Russo Griggs suddenly died, 25 years of age, according to her husband. And Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark almost unanimously got the Rookie of the Year, 66 to 67. So private helicopters delivered over 500,000 pounds of supplies to Western Carolina and Eastern Kentucky. 500,000 pounds, showing that, you know what, we don't need the damn government. The government is slow to respond, and guess what happens? The American people show the initiative. Kamala Harris sets Hollywood media. Kamala is now going on The View, Stephen Colbert, and Howard Stern. The big hitting news agencies, damn it.
Wow. No.
See, those shows all have one thing in common.
Super liberal hosts.
Yeah.
Homers, where she is not going to get any hardball questions.
No.
And she'll go on these goofy podcasts. Now, I'm not saying...
talk about tampons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
And abortion.
I'm not saying don't go on the podcast. I mean, Trump has been on Theo Vaughn. He's been on Jake Paul, or Logan Paul, I should say. But he's been on these podcasts.
Right.
But you got to go on the mainstream news, too. And maybe get some questions asked.
They don't want any real questions to be asked to her because she's
dumb.
Yes.
She's dumb.
Thank you.
Taylor Swift named the richest female musician in the world, $1.6 billion, and she hasn't been going to the Kelsey Games. Could that mean anything?
Well, she doesn't want to get, oh, look, there's Taylor Swift. She's tied to P. Diddy.
Well, we'll see tonight. They play New Orleans on Monday Night Football.
Looks like Odessa woman charged with having sexual relations with the same underage teen, 20-year-old Alexa Baez, indicted in April for allegedly assaulting a child. As of September 19th, she was charged with having sex with the same child. So she goes to court and she gets charged with this, and she can't stay away from this child. So she's charged again. 20-year-old Odessa woman charged again with having sexual relations with an underage boy. according to the arrest affidavit. The kid is 13 years of age.
Oh, my
Now,
gosh.
look. If you're 20 years of age and your boyfriend is 18 years of age, that is acceptable. Isn't there a 3-year rule?
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
I thought there was a 3-year rule.
3-year age gap.
No, because think about what that would do if you were 19.
I always thought, well, thank God.
I've never even heard of that 3-year rule.
For whatever reason, I thought there was a 3-year rule.
No.
But anyway, she was arrested for she's 20, having sex with a 13-year-old.
My God.
So back in April, she was arrested and let out on a $500 bond. $500 bond. And so now she gets popped because the now 14-year-old, his dad evidently, called the police. And the father told police that he noticed messages between his son and the older woman, Baez, that they were having sexual intercourse again. Yeah.
Dang.
So
Yeah, I just went and looked her up because I just had to see her face.
yeah.
I mean, she looks like a kid herself.
Yeah. But if you're 20, you can't have sex with a 13-year-old.
Right. Same teen. He's now 14. Her bond's set at $40,000.
Yeah, $40,000. That's
why
not
she
really.
keeps doing it.
Yeah, that's not really a lot of money.
Not a lot.
19 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We'll hear from The View on the way. Dolly Parton has organized a fundraiser, and she along
donated
with
a lot.
Walmart, has put together $12 million. Now, let me just say, Walmart could give $120 million and not miss it.
Yep.
I mean, I'm serious. But kudos going out to Dolly. These are her people.
Yep.
These are her people.
Well, Dollywood there in Pigeon Forge.
Right.
Coming up from Asheville, part of that road was wiped away.
Right. So these are her folks. I think next year when we come back to the States, I want to go up to Gatlinburg. I want to do some traveling, and I might do the show from Wyoming, all over the place. I'm seriously considering doing that.
Well, we should be able to do that by then.
So
we should have boards that we can travel with.
And then Tom, you could do the show from Puerto Rico. You can go back to Puerto Rico.
So you go to Wyoming, I'll go to Port A.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah. Looks like CNN's Harry Eaton says we got some bad signs for Kamala Harris ahead of this election. He is the senior data reporter for CNN. And on Friday, he says the current percentage of Americans who believe the U.S. is on the right track is a bad sign for Kamala Harris. 28%, only 28% of Americans believe they are on the right. America's on the right track. And then I also saw yesterday they said that this is going to be a landslide for Trump.
Well, they're trying to scare off Trump voters.
Yeah, I would
don't believe what they are saying.
I'm not going to say that.
Go and vote, because if you go, it's going to be a landslide, I don't need to vote, then they accomplish their goal.
Yeah. Sure. FEMA whistleblower stepping forward in wake of the deadly failures. Matt Getz revealed on Friday he's in touch with several FEMA whistleblowers that are just disgusted at the reaction. When they signed up for FEMA, it's kind of like Border Patrol. When they signed up to do that job, their job was they wanted to help people.
Right.
And when the government hinders their ability to help people, they're upset. And they have every right to be upset.
They do.
Mayorkas has a lot to answer for.
Well, look, he is another one of these government bureaucrats that doesn't even know really what he's supposed to do.
Amen.
He is just a political operative.
Yep.
Pushing whatever agenda they want.
Amen.
I think it all comes to our leadership. Like our president has not handled anything.
Poor leadership.
Well,
absolutely.
Let's look at Donald Trump. Would he be sitting on the sidelines?
No, he wasn't. He's already made an appearance.
Right.
He's already given. He's already donated. Not even.
Look, Joe Biden has become a very wealthy man. How much he donated?
Nothing.
Not even his time. It's not it's not important to him.
Well, he's not a good person.
No.
Because I can even point to Democrat presidents who donate their time. Jimmy Carter.
Right. Amen.
One of the worst
I remember
presidents
you telling
ever donated his time
because he cares
with Habitat for Humanity to build houses.
Great
for
argument.
Because that's the kind of person he is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's
he's
the
got
kind
a
of
good
person
heart.
Donald
He's
Trump
a terrible
is.
president.
Absolutely.
He's got a good heart. Newcomer.
Illegal foreigner.
Accused of killing a Georgia surgeon.
Illegal foreign murderer.
So the illegal alien with a prior drunk driving conviction is accused of killing 50-year-old Dr. Michael Goodchild, a prominent surgeon in Alabama. Here's the deal. You come to this country and you're illegally in this country, you break the law, you should be instantly deported. You okay? I thought you were falling asleep
My
like
bad.
Tom. Instantly deported. Yeah, I mean, do not pass good. This is what most countries say.
Can't we just go, okay, you killed this guy, you get the death penalty, we'll send your body back to the country.
If I break the law in the Philippines, I'm talking about something as
caned.
Yeah, it's say drunk driving.
What's the penalty?
I'm blacklisted.
Yeah. But what's the penalty for that there?
They don't arrest people, but I was just using that as an example. But say I get in a fight. Say I get in a fist fight. I get deported and blacklisted. I can never come back.
Wow.
So that's the way it is in most countries.
In the Philippines, don't they still cane people?
No, that's Singapore.
Singapore. We have an update on that fire that was reported earlier by a text. Seems like that fire broke out in the 600 block of West Broome last night around 12 o'clock. They put it out fully engulfed, and then and then at 6:06 this morning they went back because it rekindled. So they put that fire out again. No one was injured. No one's been killed, according to Fire Chief Mark DePorto. So no cause of the fire yet. So
awesome. You ever gargle with hot liquid?
Never have.
Well, maybe you should start. 747 morning show being brought to you by Zia Gun, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Over 1,000 guns in stock. They got handguns, rifles, shotguns. Trade in your old gun to get a better gun. I saw Miss Amanda at the Eastern Mexico State Fair. Amanda is looking good. I barely recognized her. So get in there and talk to their friendly staff. Don't forget, closed on Saturday, open on Sunday. Buying a gun, you could trade in your old gun. By the way, they also buy guns if you're selling your guns. Check them out. 1907 North Main in Roswell. Closed on Saturday, always open on Sunday. All right, The View. These women have lost their mind.
Freaking mind.
They have lost their mind.
Policy difference. This is not about economic difference because we are not running against a normal human being. Right. We are running against Donald Trump, who is an existential threat to humanity and democracy. Before we just go,
I mean,
extremist rhetoric.
Yeah, why don't you talk about something that matters, like helping people up in North Carolina and Tennessee?
Sure.
Well, I mean, seriously. Donald Trump went. Why don't you talk about Joe Biden being on the beach, not doing a damn thing?
Because he's on their side. They don't care.
All right, we're going to talk about Mayorkas next and FEMA. Tennessee player shoves fans as the Arkansas, they flooded the field. Let me set this up, Tom. The starting quarterback for Arkansas goes down. Tries coming back in the game. He couldn't. Second string quarterback comes off the bench. Come from behind.
Leads them to a win.
Arkansas has not won like this
in a while.
And a long, long, long time. This would be like Arkansas giving out free Tyson chicken. I mean, people flooded the field. So congratulations. But this Tennessee player shoves a fan. And look, I get it. You're frustrated, but you can't shove people. And he's probably going to get in some trouble.
Good.
Maybe a lawsuit could be coming. I think it was a couple years ago, same thing happened with an LSU player, or was it an Alabama player? I know it's happened before. And now these players are making.
Yeah. And he shouldn't be playing next week. Just like on Alabama, they had a guy on their defense.
Yeah, he kicked the ball.
Yeah. He shouldn't be playing next week either.
By the way, if you want an inside view on how these kids are making money, go and watch a show on Amazon called Money Game. I have not watched it yet. So it's called Money Game, and it's predominantly about LSU, but about the NIL business. This attorney, Gordon McKernan, sets aside millions of dollars to pay players. And I'm not just talking about football. I'm talking about basketball, baseball, women's basketball, gymnastics, you name it, he pays players. So he's in that documentary. But Money Game is the name of that. Okay. And so if you want to see how, but these kids can get sued now because now they're making money. Right. Oklahoma has recently said they're going to increase their ticket prices 10%. And that money will be part of the revenue share from that the NCAA just came across. So that's the way they'll pay for that.
Well, it's outlawed for those kids to come out on the field, the fans, after a big game like that. It's always been outlawed in college football and college
it's outlawed
basketball.
That the fans come on the field.
Yeah, that's been outlawed. But if somebody gets hurt, that's their fault.
Thank you, Mr. Obvious.
Well, I'm just saying, if that Tennessee player probably wanted to get out of the way, and this guy probably got in his way.
Tom's legal advice being brought to you by...
Not Luke Ragsdale and the Ragsdale Law.
I'm just saying.
By the way, it doesn't matter, but if you hurt somebody, if you injured somebody in an attack, it doesn't matter if they're supposed to be there or not supposed to be there.
Right.
Yeah. By the way, the school will be fined, and they will pay that fine. And by the way, some rich booster will come in and say, no problem, you got fined $200,000, I'll pay
I do need
for it.
to throw in a disclaimer since I said that Tom is not a lawyer. Do not take legal advice from him.
By the way, you know what I just found over the weekend? I found gold and silver.
Silver and gold.
I forgot that I had some gold and silver.
Good.
Did you really?
That's good.
I've got like maybe 5 ounces of gold. 5 ounces of gold.
Not here.
So
it's not here.
No,
Did
it's
it
not.
just fall into your lap?
Safety deposit box.
Go.
And silver.
Forgot you put it away.
So looks like the Venezuelan gang. 20 people arrested in San Antonio, taking over another apartment complex. We know what happened in Aurora, Colorado.
Sure.
We know what happened in El Paso, but now it's becoming more and more normal.
This will continue to happen until we put a final end to it.
Yes.
Like the only way to end this and the only way these gangs understand is you take them out.
Yes. And they should be deported instantly.
Yes.
Don't arrest them, deport them.
Yep.
And I don't care if Venezuela says we are not going to accept them back.
Well, here
we
they
don't
are.
care. We're going to airlift them. We'll drop them off. And hopefully they know how to use a parachute.
Or here's the boat.
Yes. We'll get a translator that in Spanish tells them, pull this cord. How do you say cord in Spanish?
I don't know the word for cord.
Okay, pull this linea.
There you go.
Cordo.
No, you don't even have them do it. You hook it like the military style where you just hook it and it pulls forward.
There you go. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Randy Pettigrew, District 61 state representative, out and about doing his voter registration drive this weekend all over the place. Want to find out where they're going to be this week and this weekend? Go to randallpettigrew.com. Find out. Look, you guys have a great representative in District 61 fighting for your conservative values. And look, we've got another session coming up. That's a 60-day session. So you can count on maybe some more gun legislation that Randy Pettigrew will be, pushing back. This whole EV mandate, I'm sure there's going to be a pushback to that. Find out more information, randallpettigrew.com. Message paid for by Randy Pettigrew. Tom and the Tax, Mayorkas, National Anthem, and the Pledge on the way.
These college athletes are out of control, says this text. Did you guys see number 13 on Alabama throwing a fit and kicking the ball?
It's number 15.
Oh, he said 13. on Alabama throwing a fit and kicking the ball. I mean, that's beyond passion and frustration. That's just poor sportsmanship. And the coaches have lost control because some of those players make more money than they do.
By the way, there's no kids that make more than the coach.
Patrick said this certainly isn't Nick Saban's Alabama. He would have never put up with it.
That's one of the reasons he
Did I say that name right?
retired. Nick
Saban just got tired of the whole NIL deal.
Yeah.
There is going to have to be a cap. Because if not, schools like Texas and Texas A&M have the most money, and they will rule.
Sure.
Eventually.
There's got to be. I mean, the NFL has a salary cap.
Right.
College football is going to have a salary cap.
Right.
Well, that's what you get when you pay players.
Yeah, that's exactly right. How is it that Alabama stays in the top 10 after a loss to a 2-2 unranked team?
Well, because it is understood that, you can lose a game and still stay in the top 10 because of the way you beat Georgia.
And they were number 1 and they dropped 6 spots, which is a lot.
Yeah. And here's the deal. Nick Saban would have never allowed them to drink the Kool-Aid or eat the rat poison and all that. He would have had them prepared. That's the difference.
Frank is chiming in. He said, so Mayorkas is the perfect picture of the South Texas phrase of the stomach everything they come into, contact that turns into crap, says Frank. Okay.
So
we got a couple.
I like it better when he talks on the phone.
If the static is too much and we go off, switch to the app.
Yes, please.
Because apparently atmospheric conditions
we're off.
Are prime.
Let me reread that text. So Mayorkas is the perfect picture of the South Texas phrase of the I guess you could say South. Stomach everything they come into contact, they turn into crap.
Well, you know how a cow eats everything.
Yeah.
I mean, a cow eats everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it's on the ground, it's going to eat it. I'm just going to check our signal for a second. Check.
Yeah,
we're off.
No, I think we're off. I think
we're off?
I think we are off. I think that's part of the problem. I think we are completely something ain't right. Call Will Rooney if you would, so he can check that. Tropical storm Milton expected to strengthen into a major hurricane that could target Florida again. Not good. Taking out trash. We're going to get to that next. Mayorkas. Here's what Mayorkas had to say.
FEMA is tremendously prepared. This is what we do. This is what they do. And the key here, Rebecca, is also to make sure that the communities who are potentially impacted are prepared as well. And it's not just hurricanes and wildfires, also extreme heat, which certainly some parts of the United States are.
Yeah, I mean, the hurricanes came because of global warming.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he's trying to say.
Well, Hurricane Milton is out there right now. We're going to see how well prepared they are for it as it hits.
They won't be.
Yeah, they won't be.
They won't be. I mean, I just talked about Milton.
Yep.
Yeah, they won't be. Tim Walz talks about, he went on Fox, and I will kudos to him for going on Fox. Talked about the border.
Vice President has made it clear that she has policies that make a difference. Her border policies are the most strongest, the fairest we've seen. It's
but now,
bill
Governor,
that was,
you know a lot of
crafted.
people, including your own party, would not join that statement. There are millions of people who have come here over the last few years that, they see this as an open
policies. Well, simply, we have a policy. Donald Trump sees it as a political. Look,
I mean, to say that her policies are the strongest, and we've had 20 million people coming into the country, come on.
Right.
He went on the talk. He went on the talk about Kamala Harris.
Said he did. Those things were not happening in Springfield, but it doesn't mean that we can't pass a piece of legislation to strengthen our border. That's what Kamala Harris is talking about.
Well,
She's talking
Governor,
about solving the problem.
That piece of legislation does include the wall that you guys have been so, you've disparaged that. I mean, the vice president has as well. So I don't know if she really intends to move forward with that. But it was negotiated by 3 or 4 senators, and many Republicans came out against it long before President Trump indicated.
The look on his face is the deer in the headline. That's the look. All right, 877-396-W105. It's 8 o'clock, KWMW, Maljamora 105.1 FM. Netanyahu says shame on Macron, the governor, the prime minister of France. Shame on him, for urging a halt to arms going to Israel. And one person shot in Albuquerque and killed. Person died, and this is being investigated as another homicide. We're going to get to things that happened on this date in history. Taking out trash coming up next, Tom.
All right. How's it Alabama stays in the top 10?
We just read that one.
2-2 unranked. Well,
we just read that one.
I was talking to the fire chief
Thank
when
you.
I read that.
No, you were in the studio.
So Trump will lose again, according to Trump, obsessed hater.
Thank you. Appreciate you. God bless you.
That's the only one we're going to read
Thank
from
you.
him today.
Just send the same one in over and over and over.
A lot of people also informing us that we're off the air.
Yes,
We're working on it.
we're working on that right now. Morning, guy. Hey, morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
From the farm now. Yeah. So I was texting you all talking about Mayorkas. He's the poster child, B, of the phrase we call the Democrats in South Texas, los estómagos, the stomachs in English, because everything they come into contact with, they turn into crap.
There you go.
And,
there you go, Frank.
And they're in charge. Mayorkas was in charge of Homeland Security and Secret Service, and now FEMA. Son of a gun, he's a poster child, that son of a gun.
Yeah, I agree. For whatever reason, Frank sounds faster than he normally does.
Mickey Frank.
He sounds faster.
Frank.
All right, I got to get to Taking Out Trash. Taking Out Trash being brought to you by Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com. 96-gallon poly carts, 2 and 4 yard metal dumpsters, roll-off containers. Call Kayleen this morning, 575-408-1719, trash-eaters.com. Taking Out Trash this morning being brought to you by our buddies at Trash Eaters. Florida man accused of stealing over $30,000 worth of marijuana from a dispensary.
That's funny.
Port Charlotte man arrested for stealing approximately $30,000 worth of marijuana from the dispensary.
Those places are loaded with cameras. How did he not get caught immediately?
Tyrus Jackson is 23 years old, went in and stole the marijuana. $30,000 in marijuana.
Wow.
By the way, Seagull also charged with stealing French fries. What a bird brain idea. Yeah, by the way, security video from the business shows a black car entering, going around the back of the parking lot, and then exiting with handsfuls of stuff. By the way, they have made arrests.
It makes me wonder if he stole it for himself or to sell it.
No, personal use only, I'm sure. Well, that's what he told the cops, I'm sure.
Sure.
All right, if you're listening online, we appreciate you. We're still having some difficulties. It's got to be transmitter difficulties. As I listen to our sister station, it is off the air also, so that tells me, but it's kind of weird that we don't have the static. Something is going on. So Blake is on the phone with Will Rooney. We'll see what we can do. Maybe we'll get Russ Black up out of bed.
Run out to the transmitter.
Let him go check it out. All right, Tom, read the text. We're going to come back and take a break. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Janko Janitorial. Find them 324 West Main in Artesia. They've got all your cleaning supplies. If you need commercial-grade cleaning supplies, they've got you covered at jancojanitorial.com. They can also go in and do all the cleaning for you. Office cleaning. They can clean your office, clean the entire office building. They do window cleaning, stripping, and waxing. And they can take care of all your commercial, industrial, and all field cleaning. Their folks are all trained and certified. JankoJanitorial.com, or call Amber this morning today, 575-703-1869.
John in Pio, Texas says, I had to switch to the live stream in Pio, coming in loud and clear, though. He says, and most of the others are getting our back. So you guys are up. I know you're getting back on. We are. And so most of these are texts from
Yeah,
our listeners.
we're off.
Yeah, we're off.
All right. We'll do our best to get back on as quick as possible. Those that are listening on the stream, we appreciate you continuing to listen.
So I want to go back to what we were talking about, the age of consent, because someone responded and said the state of New Mexico told me that the law is 4 years when my 15-year-old got knocked up by a 19-year-old. That's just sad. So 4 years.
Yeah, that's what I thought there was like a
age of consent.
Yeah, like, well, not age of consent, like 3 or 4 year gap. I don't know.
Well, it may be. I mean,
so if the dude can convince the girl to just say, like, hey, just say that you were okay and you consented.
Yeah,
that's awful.
But
then
I mean, because I used to worry because my boys, I held them back in kindergarten, so they were 19 when they graduated, like barely turned 19 when they graduated. And so if they were hanging out with a 16-year-old,
right,
I was like, man, something bad could happen here.
Yeah. I think something bad still could happen.
Yeah. So I always thought there was a 3-year. I don't know. I don't know. So did you talk to the boss man?
So I was running down some of the problems, and here for us right now, we don't even have static. We are silent.
Yeah, but
107
has static.
And that's usually not the case. That's weird because you can figure out if transmitter issue or
that,
whatever.
That sounds to me like the electricity's off, but I don't know why there's no
You can't be
static.
half and half like that because of the way our signals work.
I don't know. So
Russ is on his way out to the transmitter.
Yeah, we'll check that out.
And I'm assuming that he'll probably talk to Rob along the way.
Yeah. So we'll check it out.
Russ to the rescue.
All right, some of the stuff we're going to talk about. Biden orders more than 500 troops to North Carolina and Tennessee. What took so long? So we'll talk about that. Man attempts to set himself on fire at a protest.
Oh,
why did we stop him?
Yeah, DEA making a warning. This is the most ridiculous warning ever. And Tricia Yearwood and Garth Brooks, we'll talk about that and the 1-year anniversary of the Israel attack.
The attack on Israel.
If you are on Medicare or your mom and dad, they are on Medicare, we got some terrible news for you. I'm going to get to that. This is disgusting. This is terrible. I'll get to that in just a second. Our national anthem and our pledge being brought to you by Rebecca Long. She's your Foreman's insurance agent, has been now for 40-plus years. 575-393-2661. Call Rebecca Long today. 40-plus years in the business. Would love to chat with you about your insurance. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. You can take care of all of that. I touch on if you're a young couple just starting out, life insurance is so important. Even as a older couple, me and my wife, I want to make sure my wife is secure even when I'm gone.
Right.
I'm older than her, so I want to make sure that she is secure even when I'm gone. So I have kept up my insurance policy. Give Rebecca a call today. She can take care of all your insurance. Bundle it together, save you a lot of money. 575-393-2661. Call Rebecca Long today.
We are the Perry family from Hobbs. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Carrie Underwood.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets spread the
God bless America. God bless you this morning. Be on the Breakfast Club. Large prayer this morning being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in control.
From Jeremiah 10 this morning. Who should not revere you, O King of the nations? This is your due. Among all the wise men of the nations and in all of their kingdoms, there is no one like you.
Hi, this is Felicia Bowen with Judah Oil. Please join me in our Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
We are Beyond the Breakfast Club morning show this morning being brought to you by A Custom Construction and Roofing. Our buddy Dwayne Pennick reminds you he's been in business 30 years. 30-plus years, A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. He gets free estimates. Call Dwayne today. One thing that Dwayne wants to make people aware of, that people that come from out of state, out of town, giving great deals, unbelievable deals. And when they're gone, the warranty is gone. Mm-hmm. Give Dwayne a call. I mean, that A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau really means something. Dwayne is a veteran. He's a local guy. He's not going anywhere. 575-318-9725. Call Dwayne Pennick today. 83 and sunny all day today. 57 tonight. Clear skies 87 coming up for tomorrow. They'll be sunny in the afternoon. And then sunny on Wednesday and back in the 90s for Thursday and Friday. Yeah, back in the 90s in the middle of October. I'm holding out hope that we'll be back in the 70s soon.
Right.
I'm holding out hope. Yeah. We got a lot of things to get to. We'll get to that. Also, we're going to return with things that happened on this date in history. We haven't done that. Boob of the day on the way. Good news of the day. News this morning being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm, Luke Ragsdale, settling the big cases in the patch for over $10 million, $9 million in a medical malpractice case, slip and falls, car accidents. If you're trying to settle a case on your own, insurance companies will beat you up. Their attorneys are trained to lowball you and beat you up, make you as frustrated as you possibly can be. That's why you need a guy like Luke Ragsdale that will make them frustrated and highball them. Get in touch with Luke Ragsdale, 575-208-5300, on the web at theragsdalelawfirm.com. We're coming right back. We're going to qualify you. I just looked at our numbers, YouTube and Facebook, going through the roof this morning. Yes, we are having problems on air.
And we're on X as well.
Yeah, so we're all over the place. Twitter, Twitch, Rumble, X, wherever you want to find us. On the app, we're all over the place. So switch over if you would. We're still qualifying people, Tom. I'm putting you to work.
All the way.
The only thing matters is a win. That's it. However, whatever it takes. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown!
Call in at 877-396-9105.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Hurricane Milton, now a Category 4 storm, may intensify into a Cat 5 in the next 24 hours, with Florida Gulf Coast landfall between Fort Myers and Cedar Key late Wednesday or early Thursday. More than 10 days since Hurricane Helene devastation, 1,500 U.S. troops on the ground in North Carolina. Senator Ted Budd tells Fox.
Whoever is president, if it's Kamala Harris, President Trump, whoever it is, it's going to take years to get this community back on their feet.
Vigils around the world with parallel protests 1 year after the Hamas attack in Israel. Hostage families like Moshe Emilio Lavi tells Fox they're never giving up.
We will not stop. We will not stop until he's home. We will not stop demanding the international community
to put pressure on Hamas through Iran, through Qatar, through Turkey to let them go.
Hamas still holding 100 hostages. America is listening to Fox News.
Working for the GEO Group at Lee County Correctional Facility in Hobbs is not going to be anything like you see on reality TV. The true reality of the GEO Group start at $20 an hour with no training. The GEO Group will pay you while you're trained to be a corrections officer. You get a 90-day $1,000 sign-on bonus, and then you get another $1,000 bonus upon certification completion. The GEO Group is proud to offer a community setting built for true rehabilitation through structured living and an incredible staff. Join the family today. GEO Group at Lee County Correctional Facility. Apply online at jobs.geogroup.com or call Jade at 575-392-4055. GEO Group is an equal opportunity employer.
If you need an aggressive, experienced personal injury attorney who is honest and true, you need to get the Gorilla.
So I'm 23 years old. I worked at a warehouse and I took an injury which caused the amputation of my right leg. I was approached by a specific firm and they turned my case down within 5 minutes. I was told to come visit the Gorilla Law Firm, and immediately they saw potential in my case. And I tell you what, Gorilla Law Firm had my back when no one else did. The Gorilla Law Firm made me a multi-millionaire. And if you're injured, you call the Gorilla Law Firm too.
The Gorilla Law Firm, 3130 North Grimes and Hobbs, or call 575-964-2720.
Get energy-efficient rebates from Zia Natural Gas. Rebates up to $350 are available for upgrading your current gas water heater or replacing your electric water heater with a high-efficiency natural gas water heater. Rebates are also available for upgrading to a tankless natural gas water heater. Program details and rebate applications can be found online. Visit ZiaGas.com and click Save Energy and Money to learn more. Zia Natural Gas is committed to providing reliable and economical service. Zia Natural Gas Company. Naturally, a better deal.
This is Rhonda Romack of Destiny Real Estate, where our business is built on dreams and imagination. Right now, the Lincoln County real estate market has more buyers than sellers. What does that mean? It means that the local market of inventory of houses and ranches is low, but we have plenty of buyers ready and willing to purchase properties. So if you've been considering putting something on the market, it's a good time to get top dollar for your investment. Telephone my team of seasoned professionals at 575-257-3000. That's Rhonda Romack of Destiny Real Estate, online at rudoso-nm.com.
Don't fall prey to the horror movie cliches. Join Inn of the Mountain Gods Lucky 13 Chainsaw and Generator Giveaway. Earn entries daily for our drawing on Thursday, October 31st, where 13 players will win a new chainsaw or gasoline generator. The Lucky 13 Chainsaw and Generator Giveaway at Inn of the Mountain Gods. While supplies last, must be 21 or older. Visit innofthemountaingods.com or see a Apache Spirit Club booth for details.
In hometowns such as ours, we depend on our local grocery store to provide for our family. To always have the highest quality products available. To have the freshest and most nutritious produce and the hand-selected and cut meats butchered fresh daily. To have the dairy case always full of the variety to meet your family's needs. And to do this, always guaranteeing fair pricing and everyday value. And for 50 years, we depended on Bob's Ritway for all of this, and they know we depend on them for the next 50 years. Bob's Ritway, where your grocery dollar will always go farther.
It's that time of year again at Lee County Electric, and we can't wait to celebrate with you. Join us for delicious burgers, chips, and dessert at our member appreciation events. Lovington's celebration is at the LCEC Community Room on October 8th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Tatum's is at the Tatum Community Building on October 9th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And Plains is at the Plains Community Room on October 10th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Please come out, enjoy some good food, and connect with your community. We can't wait to see you there.
Are you searching for a place where your loved one will be loved and cared for like family? Beehive Homes Assisted Living and Memory Care offers long-term, respite care, and senior daycare options, 24-hour caregiver assistance, daily activities, medication management, home-cooked meals endorsed by dietitians, mobility, transfers, and ADL assistance. Each unit is comfortable with a private bed and a private 3/4 ADA-approved bathroom. Beehive Homes of Hobbs Assisted Living and Memory Care, the next best place to home. For more information, email Starla at beehivehomesnm.com or call 575-964-7160.
I loved it.
I listen every morning.
It's all I listen to.
I'm digging it.
Here we go. I just crank it up.
Oh, they're good.
Oh, they're good.
Fun has a name, and that name is Bee in the Breakfast Club.
You know they're on the endangered species list, and they're all going to die soon.
Bee in the Breakfast Club.
now including Bea and Tom and Monica and Blake.
So are you ready?
Why don't we do this?
All right.
Why are you so dressed up?
Is it Halloween?
No, not yet.
Well, what is it?
Something even scarier.
I was.
It's Monday. It's Monday?
That's pretty scary.
You want to hear something scarier?
Get back to work.
Now that's scary.
It's showtime.
That's very scary. Get back to work. That's really, really, really
Depends on who you are.
scary. Very scary. Florida woman left her groom-to-be for her maid of honor and responded. She responded to the jilted grooms, describing the situation as totally hot.
What?
I bet
Yeah.
it is.
Well, I mean, that's what he said for a second.
You know, you should check my sanity if I were to ever leave a dude for
Wow.
a woman.
By the way, they had the new couple. If you want to get the couple a wedding present, they're registering at Home Depot.
They're going to be on the Call Her Daddy podcast.
Yes, they'll be right there.
I just don't get it.
Brooklyn, New York police arrested a gang of squatters who had taken over a $4 million brownstone. $4 million brownstone, and they took it over.
Okay. Well, I mean, we've set the precedent. We're going to let anybody take over whatever they want.
By the way, this is very unusual. Police in New York arresting people?
Yeah.
What the hell? Eventually, according to the law,
Was it Lady Gaga's?
you're only allowed to take over an abandoned building if you're Venezuelan. I mean, if you're not Venezuelan, you cannot take over a building. Sorry about that. Massive dock workers strike diverted on Thursday afternoon. They came to an agreement. Joe Biden called. Hey, man. Hey, bud. You can't. Yeah, you're not helping, bud. And so they turned it around.
That's exactly what happened.
Vietnam. In Vietnam, they lost 20 of their zoo tigers.
Really?
Fast-spreading bird flu got the tigers. And a family in Italy is seeking to authenticate an old painting that they found in a dump about 60 years ago. They believe it is a lost work of Picasso.
Look, Picasso, the way that Picasso became famous and made so much money, and his family made so much money, is he had one of the best art managers ever. Picasso was a prolific painter. He painted a lot. There are still Picassos that have been kept away that the public has never seen.
Yeah.
I'm related to him, and they only release so many paintings at times.
Right.
And he would call collectors and say, "Hey, you know, those first 6 Picassos, they went for a lot of money. You need to pay more for these next ones." And the collectors would do it. So it built a market for him. It's kind of like
It was marketing before marketing was actually invented.
Yeah, he basically did with art what the De Beers family has done with diamonds.
Right.
Wow.
Our diamonds are better.
Yeah.
I don't know
there's
if
so
that-
many diamonds put away.
Yeah.
If they released all the diamonds that they're holding back, the value of a diamond would be like $1.50.
Right. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Eminem's daughter, Haley, is pregnant.
Yes.
Eminem is going to be a grandfather.
He has a new song out, too.
Now, who is it that she's pregnant by again?
Some
she's
dude.
pregnant by another artist.
Another artist, really?
No. Their son. Or is it like Tony Hawk's son? Or
Oh, yeah. No, I think that's right. I think it
Wow.
was Tony Hawk.
Wow. And by the way,
So the baby's already famous.
Eminem really hasn't done anything since he's been sober. Because he's been sober now for about 20 years.
Well, he just released a new song.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's got an album out, but
That new song is not that good.
no, it's not. And as a matter of fact, I had to explain to my little one that Eminem isn't who he used to be.
But God bless that he's sober.
Yes.
Sure.
God
Yeah.
bless that he's sober. I know, drug, alcohol addiction, whatever it is, it's tough.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so kudos going out to him for being sober again.
100%.
Morning show this morning being brought to you by All American Cleaners. All American Cleaners, wash, dry, and fold your clothes. They can take care of that. Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad, Lumington, Hobbs, and they are there online at allamericancleaners.net, on Facebook also. 17 pounds of clothes. They wash, dry, and fold. They can take care of yours for $16.99. Tom, $8.25.
Well, the liberals finally got you guys off the air. It was nice knowing you, says this is what texter. Okay.
We will go kicking and screaming.
That's right. And have y'all heard about Candace Owens' podcast saying that Kamala Harris's family, she says, is
own slaves?
Not who she says they are.
Right. That they own
We know
slaves?
Yeah.
Back
they
in the
sold
day.
slaves. They
They
were some of
sold.
the biggest sellers of slaves.
Yeah.
And Tony Hawk's son had a kid with Courtney Love and Kurt Cobain's
There
daughter.
you go.
Kurt
Kurt
Cobainian.
Who?
Kurt Cobainian?
Cobainian, that's the guy's
Cobain.
name.
You've never heard of Kurt Cobain?
Kurt Cobain.
But between that and that damn throat of yours.
No, see, I think this is another symptom that your kids need to go to the medical appointments that you have with you so that they can tell you don't remember anything that's current. You only
Cobain.
remember old things.
So?
And other problems like that. Well, it's a symptom, Tom.
Ain't no symptom. It's just I'm getting old.
I'm getting old too, but I remember Kurt Cobain. The other thing is, we've talked about gargling before to get rid of.
I gargle in the morning.
Hot?
That's the opposite of what he said a minute ago.
No, not hot, but lukewarm.
You just told me you didn't.
I do.
There's another damn symptom.
No, I don't.
That's
I don't
what I'm
gargle
saying.
hot. I gargle lukewarm.
Oh,
I don't want to burn my throat, for goodness sake.
Didn't God
Something
tell you
needs to
not be
happen.
lukewarm?
Something needs to happen.
So,
Something warm needs to hit
but
your
this
body.
just comes and goes. I mean, it's not a thing that's just there.
Something that sits there.
It just comes and goes.
What, is it on the first throat, or is it on the second chin, or the third chin?
It comes and goes, man. I can't help it.
Hey, this texter is asking, so what you're saying is I probably shouldn't be buying my girlfriend a diamond ring because they're not really worth a lot
I
of
mean,
money.
eventually
LOL.
they're gonna go down, right?
No,
they're going to keep them
You
locked
should
away.
definitely buy her something. I mean,
They
you
the
can't
De
not
Beers
be
family
like that.
is the controller of the diamond market.
Look, take advice from Tom A. that went and got it from Kmart.
Yes.
And because it was a practice wedding, if you can sell your girlfriend that you're giving her a practice engagement ring.
You two can have a marriage that lasts 92 days.
Yes. And by the way, my friend, you are ready for a hot and tumble 92 days, consummating the marriage for 4 times, my friend.
So
Five.
I'm sorry. 5.
So that's 1.2 times per month.
Wow.
You know, I would have been married to her 12 years if I'd stayed
Woulda,
on the
coulda,
28th.
shoulda.
Yeah. 1.5 times a month?
No, 1.2.
1.2. I'm sorry. I was giving him more credit.
Someone just texted.
And I'm just going to say this much. I thought Latinos were supposed to be rico suave.
Well, she was.
I thought they were supposed to be.
She was.
Well, she married me, did she?
She was.
She married me, did she?
I thought Hispanics were supposed to be, when it comes to love, they spoke the language.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
It depends on what language you're talking about.
Brown chicken,
Tom,
brown
evidently
cow.
you didn't speak
Not
the
always
language.
love language.
Well, she was Mexican.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm Texan.
Oh, my God.
So you guys didn't.
Tom gargles Allsup's burritos. Someone just
He's
texted.
gargling. He's
More highly
gargling with
processed
sweet tea.
Um,
Extra sugar, please.
don't sleep on Allsup's, especially after a Lovington football game.
No.
I'm just saying.
I mean, Allsup's there is a
Allsup's
place.
came in clutch.
But you know,
for us,
I went to
There's a
buy.
place for Waffle House as well.
I went to buy 2 corn dogs the other day, and it was ridiculous. It was like
$5.
$4 or $5.
Right.
Yeah,
It's,
crazy.
it's the same amount of
Crazy.
It costs the same as if you were to go through the McDonald's
I'm
drive-thru.
like,
Honestly,
what the
it
heck?
was like, how long do you want to wait?
Yeah. Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from this morning?
This is Mad Dog. I'm calling from downtown Hobbs.
Hey, Mad Dog.
What's up, Mad Dog?
What's up,
Oh,
Mad Dog?
heck, man. I'm just trying to live the dream. Hey, I didn't see much of the interview that Shannon Breen did with Tampon Tim.
Yeah, I saw the whole thing yesterday.
What I saw was enough for me to realize, and Monica, don't take this personally, but it was too easy. The one question that I saw Shannon Bream ask him, and he never answered it, and she never held his feet to the fire like you did, B, with Gabe Vasquez. You did it until he said, "I got to go. I got to go." That they give him a free pass, and it's because they don't follow up and say, "Hey, you didn't answer the question that I just asked you. You threw a bunch of nonsense out there, but you didn't answer the question. How about trying to answer the question now?" Sure.
Yeah.
They don't do that. And
She did call him on immigration when it comes to their plan. And what he said Kamala's plan is, she's got a comprehensive immigration policy. Look, there's a difference
where's
between
it been for 3.5 years?
There's a difference between the border and immigration. Those are two different issues. Do they overlap? Yes, they do. But
and then I want to say this too, and this, Blake, this is kind of pointed at you. Last week when I said we ought to start something to try to get money to go to those people in North Carolina, you pretty well cut me off, and that's okay. But I don't think that's the right answer. I think we ought to say we ought to find a way to get help.
Well, no, I agree with you, Mad Dog.
Evidently,
my problem is that FEMA comes in and wants to take it over.
Yes, that's right.
Well, that's where American ingenuity comes into play, and we find a way around that crap.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. But
I
anyway,
agree.
I love you guys. I love your show. Y'all are fun to listen to, and we need a little bit more of it. And y'all have a great day, and because I'm going to. So
now, damn, Mad Dog, I thought you were going to talk about Tom's 1.2 times a month. You let me down. You let me down.
Tom, that poor guy, he gets enough abuse. I'm like, my mother might have kind of finally gotten through to me and said, "Leave that poor man alone."
By the way, I got
I
got a brand new opener, and the liner says Tom takes more hits than the Rangers do in a season.
Oh, that's bad.
Hey, y'all have a great day.
Thank you, buddy. Biden ordered 500 more troops in North Carolina to assist with the hurricane efforts. He did this on Saturday. My big question is, what took you so long? And a man attempts to set himself on fire during a pro-Palestinian rally outside the White House.
Let him.
He was extinguished.
Yeah, why? Let him.
Yeah.
Right.
Trisha Yearwood makes some trouble maybe for Garth Brooks. She sold the house the day before the news broke about Garth Brooks.
So my big question is, what did he have at the house that's now gone?
Wow.
Yeah. $30.3 million home in Nashville.
We say all that. Garth could probably care less. He's probably moved on.
Yeah, he makes pretty good royalties.
Yeah.
Mailbox money.
Yeah,
still.
he got old. Looks like the DEA warning of now the Mr. Obvious. Tom, you sure you don't work for the DEA? DEA warning about counterfeit pain pills that are.
You had to think you thought you said DEI.
Yeah, yes. They're warning about fentanyl in counterfeit pain pills. Really? Really? This has only been going on for
ever
8 years.
Right.
Really? Thank you for putting out that. And 1 year anniversary of October 7th, of course, that's when Hamas viciously attacked Israel. Wow.
And
we're going
started this whole conflict.
Yeah, we're going to talk about talk about Medicare coming up. If you're on Medicare, going to be on Medicare, your mom and dad are on Medicare, your spouse, terrible news coming down. I'm going to get to that coming up in a second, but I got to get, where did the Coke come from? Remember the Coke at the White House?
Yeah.
Remember that Coke? Where did it come from?
Who did it say?
Oh, no. Well, we got new information, Tom. It's coming up next. Morning show being brought to you by WWRV. They've got 3 RV parks in Carlsbad. Quiet place to lay your head down for you working folks. 162 RV hookups, 30 and 50 amps available. They offer one low price for everything. That includes all your utilities, include that high-speed internet. Pet friendly, very well lit up. Go to the website, www.rv3.com, 9880392.
And this texter says, I think she wanted all them benefits Tom has and all that money he just stashed away. And then she found out he was negative in the account.
She bought him a car. What are you talking about?
I didn't want one. I said, honey, I already paid this car off. I don't want another note. No, but you're a man of the town, she says. She respected me. You're the man of the town.
Blowing smoke.
I was the number one newsman there in that town. And she says, you're the man of the town.
Number one.
Hey.
Yes.
Number one.
So she wanted me to style and profile it.
She wanted you.
Yeah.
So she bought him a Corvette. No, she didn't.
K-Car. Reliable.
There you go. And it's Captain Obvious. 432 Liberal is chiming in.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks.
And Kamala's comprehensive immigration policy is simple. Just let them in, says this one text.
America would be saved if Trump disbanded FEMA and the IRS.
That is true.
It's an idea. I honestly think you guys should extend the show till like 10 o'clock or 10:30.
Hey,
I feel
Russ
like
Black will be
in
on with
my
radio.
opinion, it's not enough. And after 9:30, my life is a little bit boring. I got to find something else on the radio to listen to. But yeah, seriously, you guys should think about extending the show. Pretty please. Oh,
Well,
tender.
we can think about it, but we need more listener input.
You need to comment. Oh,
and more advertisers.
And if you guys are curious on the Trump versus Harris poll, we are at not one single vote for Harris.
Wait, not even the liberals.
Not one.
Not even the liberals.
Not even the liberal nor the Trump hater. Just,
All right.
simply put
If
Harris.
you're voting for Kamala Harris, I want you to take the time to listen to this next cut. It's 37 seconds. Where did the coke come from? What happened? I know everybody believed that it was Hunter Biden's. Here is one of those undercover deals. This is a White House insider that was interviewed without knowing he was interviewed. See, what you do, you find a guy that's very attractive.
Right.
And then they go in and talk to a very gay White House worker.
Sure.
Somebody that's an insider.
Little flirt.
And they start spilling the beans.
Either blame Hunter or put the blame where it rightfully belonged on Harris and her staff, which, that would have destroyed Biden's campaign. Everybody knows that Hunter's a drug addict, but if people got wind that Harris was partaking in the festivities, this would cause a major problem.
So it was Harris who brought the cocaine?
No, but the cocaine was brought in for Harris. Someone from the staff brought it. Clearly some high-ranking staffer.
And by the way, this is not the first time I have heard that Kamala Harris takes a
Does
toot or two. Yeah. She is walking the line, Tom. She is walking a white linea.
Guess she is, man.
Just saying.
Well, if you ever watch her, she does do this every once in a while, the rubbing.
And that laugh. And in the beginning of this thing goes on for like 15 minutes.
Wow.
If you want to go find that. In fact, I think I put it up on Being the Breakfast Club.
Okay.
But it's long. And this guy tells the story about all the people she's fired and.
Oh, she actually fired someone?
Oh.
Every day.
She runs a lot of people off.
I always said about her, she's got a drinking problem.
Well, maybe it's more than drinking.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get to things that happened on this date in history. The boob of the day, we're late, 8:39. Things that happened on this date in history being brought to you by 2A Tactical Firearms, Indoor Firing Range, 236 East Navajo and Hobbs. They've got a lot of different scenarios with the Milo FBI training simulator. If you want to make sure that you hone in your skills, make sure you're ready for bad things. When bad things happen, are you ready? Yeah. Blake says he's ready. Tom, you ready? When bad things happen? Monica she looked like she might be ready, Tom?
I'm ready.
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready.
Get in there and practice. Take the kids to the range. Indoor range, state of the art. And look, if you're looking for guns, they've got it. Looking for ammo, looking for training. They can train you. And they've got a brand new line of King of Camo in stock. They also want to remind you that your suppressors right now are getting approved faster than ever. You can actually shoot at the range before you get approval with your suppressor. 2atacticalrange.com or check them out, 236 East Navajo and Hobbs. Proud sponsor of things that happen on this date in history.
In 1765, the Stamp Act Congress convened in New York to draw up colonial grievances against England. It should have started with, you know what? We've got a problem. It didn't, but it should have. In 1916, Georgia Tech defeated Cumberland University with the very lopsided score of 222 to nothing. They had to bring in a second scoreboard to get all those numbers up.
Bad sports.
On this date in 1931, the very first infrared photograph was taken in Rochester, New York. And it was on this date in 1949, the Republic of East Germany was formed. Yeah, it was a country that built a wall until it fell. And the 950 Club, it's a precursor to the more familiar version of American Bandstand, debuted on this date in 1952.
No, I thought it was like the Mile High Club.
They got a 26-year-old guy, very clean cut, to host it. Tom, what was his name?
Dick Clark.
Bingo. Ding, ding, ding.
Where's my bell?
On this date in 1955, Annette Funicello appeared on the Mickey Mouse Club for the very first time. And in 1968, the movie industry implemented a rating system that ranked movies from G to X. And yeah, they adopted the whole system, G, M, R, and X. M eventually became PG.
Oh.
It stood for mature.
Mature.
And in 1975, America's military services went co-ed. Up until
What
then.
year was that?
1975.
Wow.
Them live together then? Wow.
Yeah. In 1982, the British musical Cats opened on Broadway, the first ever musical with a litter box. And in 1985, Palestinian gunmen, does this sound familiar? Hijacked the Italian cruise ship, the Achille Lauro, with more than 400 people on board. 69-year-old American passenger was killed when he was thrown overboard while sitting in his wheelchair.
Yeah.
Oh, my
God, I'm sorry.
And in 1984, Sweetness, who is that, Tom?
That is Walter Payton.
Yep, ran for 154 yards to break Jim Brown's all-time rushing record of 12,312 yards. And in 1986, President Ronald Reagan signed the bill that made the rose the national flower of the United States. Today is National Propane Day, National, I can't even say this, trigeminal neural.
Anyway, you got it. You have it.
It's a big nerve that controls parts of your face.
I told you had it.
National Chocolate Covered Pretzel Day, National LED Light Day, National Frappe Day, National Child Health Day. Singer Tony Braxton is 57. Simon Cowell is 65. Yo-Yo Ma turns 69 today. Who is he, Tom?
Never heard of him.
No clue.
Probably one of the most famous cellists of all time, Yo-Yo Ma. Lots of jokes about him, not to be confused with Yo Mama jokes. Vladimir Putin celebrates his 72nd birthday today. John Mellencamp, also known as John Cougar Mellencamp, turns 73 today. Hurts so good.
Hurts so good.
You know, he did Little Pink Houses years before everything went pink in October. And finally, former Marine Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North celebrates his 81st birthday today. And let me look over here and see if I have any others on this other list.
Ollie North.
Ollie North.
Yeah, bringing in that cocaine for crack cocaine.
That's right. And that looks to be, oh no, I got Dave Hope from Kansas. He was one of the songwriters on their two big hits. Can you name
one?
Kansas. Dust in the wind.
Bingo.
Oh, Tom,
that was one of them.
if you name the second, go ahead.
Hurricane in the wind.
Carry On.
My Wayward Son. Yep.
Yes. By the way, what was the name of that nerve?
It is the where'd it go? Trigeminal neuralgia nerve.
Mine that is damaged is the greater articular nerve.
Okay.
Which it's right here. Runs all the way down.
There is one birthday that falls under the heading of livestock here, apparently.
Okay.
And this person is 82 years old today. Her name is Joy Behar.
Wow. Oh. Bab, moo. Whatever
And
way
that's
it
it.
is.
Her birthday.
All right, we're gonna do the boob of the day on the other side. We've got good news of the day coming up. We're mixing things up because we were late. I did find that cut.
Okay.
Congressman Corey Mills and Glenn Beck interview somebody from FEMA. Now, this was Saturday. FEMA just arrives near Asheville, North Carolina. Listen to this.
Hi.
Ma'am, how are you? This is Patricia.
Hi, Patricia. I'm Glenn. This is Congressman Mills.
Hello. How are you, ma'am? Good.
So we're wondering, we just asked, when do you guys go door to door? He was telling that,
After we get the general stuff done, we got to hit the mass people first, wherever the mass people are. So the mass people are here. Let's get them into the system as quickly as possible. Once we get the masses done, then we start going door to door.
okay, how do people know you're here?
We just got here.
You just got here?
We were here yesterday.
Yeah.
And today's our first day
Okay.
with this unit.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow we're going to move the unit up by the car wash.
Oh. So-
Yesterday
so-
we couldn't do anything besides give them the information
Yeah.
because we didn't have any Wi-Fi.
Right.
Didn't have Wi-Fi. We can't help people because there's no Wi-Fi.
So what did they do back in the day before Wi-Fi existed?
Unbelievable.
Wi-Fi.
When natural
Wi-Fi.
disasters happen.
They interviewed a guy yesterday that said it was his 10th day without a bath. Now, he's not proud of that.
No.
I mean, some people won't bathe because they just don't want to bathe. They're too lazy to bathe. This guy had no water. And I'm going to tell you, one of the worst feelings I ever had coming off of a typhoon
Oh, yeah.
was that we had no water. I couldn't bathe.
Yeah, it's awful.
I couldn't bathe. That was one of the... I would go to the ocean. These people can't go to the ocean.
No.
Yeah.
But even, when you go to the ocean and you get that salt water on you,
You gotta rinse it off.
Sure.
it leaves you with a...
Salty. Yeah, you can't... If you think you can just bathe in the ocean, that doesn't work. You have to rinse that off.
Sure.
So I would go to the ocean just to get the sweat off me because no air condition, no fan, no running water.
Nada.
And no money.
Right.
And no money because there's no ATM. I actually went to one of the loan sharks from India and said, hey, bro, I know you got cash. I will give you $500 in American cash for $500 in Filipino cash. And I said, I don't care what it costs. He goes, no. I will not charge you, my friend. My friend, I will not charge you, my friend.
First taste is free.
He said, but I will come back later and ask for favor.
Uh-oh.
He's never come back.
Yeah, I think he's been watching The Godfather.
I see him all the time, and every time I see him, my friend.
He has not forgotten.
Everybody is his friend.
He has not forgotten.
No, but they charge about 30% interest, and he didn't charge me anything. So, my friend.
Wow.
My friend. So, but no running water, no bath for 9-10 days. Tom, how does that feel?
No. I have swim in the ocean, though.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad.
Well, what about 3 or 4 days?
I didn't swim in the ocean for 3 or 4 days.
No, without a
What
bath.
about a bath? Have you ever gone 3 or 4 days without a bath?
No.
Without going to the pool?
The longest I've ever been without a bath would actually be in the hospital. And
going to the pool doesn't count.
Yeah, going to the pool doesn't count. But, yeah, being in the hospital and not getting a bath. And when it's just nasty.
It's
because
awful.
once you do take a bath, the dry skin, we all, skin.
Well, we grow new skin every day. You knew that, right?
Yes.
I can go a while without washing my hair. Maybe 3-4 days.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing as not washing your
But
body.
not washing your body,
No.
honestly, my friends took me camping one day, or one time. I said one
Yeah,
day.
you can go 2
And
days.
I probably lasted about a day.
Yeah.
I used a whole case
Yeah.
of bottled water to bathe.
My wife.
That's why when you go, take wet wipes with you when you go camping,
Right.
because you can hit all those
My-
spots.
my-
I've never been asked to go camping again.
Yeah, my wife makes fun of me because if I'm in the Philippines, I will shower 3, 4, 5 times a day. On a normal day, I shower. I go to the gym. I shower. Before I go to bed, I shower. I wake up. I shower. She's like, thank God we're not conserving water.
Someone said on the text line, the longest they've gone without a shower is 6 months.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course. Why? Why 6 months? And I'm
Maybe
not
he
gonna.
was in the military.
Or
and they were-
jail.
yeah. Or,
Yeah, you don't want to.
yeah.
Well, you can go and look who sent that text, and then if you want to clown,
Yeah.
you can, Blake.
All right, Congressional Budget Office released a analysis of the Biden administration newly announced Medicare prescription drug premiums, and it is estimated that this program could cost taxpayers $21 billion over 3 years as it is implemented. Remember, Biden and Harris continue to say about what they have done to help the American people, where if your mother and dad are on Medicare, if you are on Medicare and just barely getting by, they are, look, this is nothing more than an election year Medicare move to make themselves look good. And they are here to screw the people that cannot be messed with. The seniors on a fixed income that are barely getting by. Now, if Donald Trump gets in, maybe he can fix this. Harris, she's not fixing it. She's the one that came up with the damn idea.
Right. Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston squashing the tabloid that are saying that she's got a thing going on with Barack Hussein Obama, and Big Mike ain't happy. Big Mike is one person not to mess with. Big Mike ain't playing. Big Mike is not playing, but Jennifer Aniston came out and said, stop it already.
Good.
There is no truth to the rumor that I am having a thing with Barack.
Well, Jennifer don't like hot dogs like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe she does.
You mean overcooked hot dogs?
Well, maybe Big Mike.
Yeah.
Maybe Big Mike. Battleground state under fire. Wait, I talked about this. The Butler rally, they cut off the voter registration.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good.
They didn't want the people registering.
Yeah, not good. The man that murdered a couple people in, was that Clovis or Portales? Clovis. So the Marion man, no. I digress. Marion, South Carolina man accused in March of setting a deadly roadway ambush of New Mexico State police officer is set to go on trial this month, according to federal records. So they kept. Remember, they had said that all the findings and the court documents, it was like over 1,000 pages of documents.
Right.
Wow.
So they had to give the defense time to read those documents. But jury selection in the case of 33-year-old Jamae Smith is going to begin on October 21st. And U.S. Court of Appeals, make that U.S. Court in Albuquerque. And the judge is James Browning. I know nothing about him. New Mexico, make that a New York company, unveils a 1,000-foot Trump sign. Vote for Trump sign, and the Democratic mayor has ordered it taken down. The city of Amsterdam, they put up the big 100-foot sign, And the mayor said, oh, no, that's a code violation. We can't have that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's got to go. All right, text line, then we're going to take a break.
All right, B. I was thinking, this text is saying, I was thinking about Mad Dog's idea and was wondering how we could skirt around FEMA and just donate directly to the charities on the ground there, like Samaritan's Purse, Save Our Allies, Operation Airdrop, etc. Says the texter.
Well, we got a company
that
is doing just that. Go to our Facebook and check that out. Blake put all the information up.
That what was sent. Yep.
Tom, how many days can you go without a shower?
I went fishing one day, 2 days.
I remember your shower at the bus was broken for a long time.
Well, it was, but the mayor helped me fix it.
I will take my own man card away.
Why?
Because I'm a fixer, Tom.
Well, I could have fixed it, but he wanted to help.
Oh, please. You almost made me cuss the second time on the show.
Smokey said, Kevin, taking that many showers in a day is not good.
Ooh.
I don't think so. I think
I smell good, bro. I smell good.
I think it's going from the standpoint you can dry your skin out.
Yeah, and mine is dried. I haven't put lotion on this morning. Look at there. Look.
Okay, so someone's talking about the National Day. Trigeminal nerve is what it's called. My wife has trigeminal neuralgia, and it's very painful.
Yeah.
She's had 2 surgeries. The next one, if she chooses, it is called a suicide surgery because they drill a hole in the head just above and in front of the ear.
Lord.
That sounds awful.
That does sound awful.
Man.
To take the pressure.
Kevin and I looked it up before the show started this morning to see it. It sounds extremely painful.
Oh.
Yeah, our prayers.
Absolutely.
And B, I heard you're a millionaire in the Philippines.
I am, yeah. But only in the Philippines.
Only in the Philippines.
Jody says the easiest way to donate money and goods and FEMA not get it is to donate to the Cajun Navy.
Yeah, they're there. They also have expanded to Cajun Air Force. They've got helicopters now.
Do they?
Yeah.
They should do some ultralights.
Yeah. Then they're going to throw one big party, a boucherie, Tom. You know what a boucherie is?
Never heard of one.
That's a slaughtering of the hog.
Ooh. And they make chicharrones out of it?
Yes. But they're not called chicharrones there.
What are they called?
They're called
crackling.
Yep.
And of all the crackling out there, because the Philippines have chicharrones, they call them chicharrones. You know where my wife likes? She likes the one from Louisiana. She also likes the boudin, Tom.
The booty?
It's a
I didn't
sausage.
say no
Tom.
booty. It's got rice. It's like jambalaya inside a casing. Kind of jambalaya, not without any red tomato sauce.
The mayor helped Tom fix his plumbing so that the city could cut down on chlorine usage at the pool.
That's cool.
No, was this...
Notice he didn't say it wasn't accurate.
Was
He said
this?
that's He's talking about the water at the pool.
I'm going to be honest. My shower is small. I don't know how you could fit into. You couldn't fit into the RV shower.
It's tough for me to fit in my shower. I got to squeeze in there.
You got to lather up the shower.
It's not easy, man.
He's going to get some Montic.
So where do you normally shower?
In my bus.
He just does a slip and slide move out of the shower.
He's going to get the Montec out.
We are so far behind.
All right, we got to take a break.
Make it fat up, fat people are.
No.
Right. Boob of the day this morning being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine Aesthetics Medical Professionals on staff, 3900 North Levington Highway, online at thedesertfma.com. If you're not feeling like yourself, could be something going on with your hormones. Could be something else. Let them do a deep dive into your blood work to find out exactly what they do. Functional medicine is much different than your modern-day general medicine. It is. They look to get to the heart of the problem and treat it with natural remedies. stem cell therapy. For pain, they use cryo. For pain, also they use ozone therapy for pain. Hormonal optimization, they do testosterone replacement therapy. Get in touch with them, 3900 North Lovington Highway and Hobbs, proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day.
So having a foot fetish is one thing. Having a fetish involving being flattened by a Buick, that's something else. 28-year-old man from Arizona named Jesse Johnson has been arrested after allegedly hiding under a woman's vehicle at a car wash just so he could stare at women's feet.
Oh, my God.
Now, he had parked next to women who were vacuuming their vehicles. He would get out and crawl under their cars and remain there for several minutes. Then he'd slip back out when they were done vacuuming and pretend like he had been working on his own car, cleaning a tire or something like that.
Wow.
He was quick enough that he never got pancaked by any of them, but at least one woman caught him in the act. She said, "At one point, I saw his head pop out of the driver's side looking up at me." He was also caught on surveillance cameras. Jesse is facing charges of voyeurism and disorderly conduct, and he knew what he was doing. Apparently, he has a history of similar offenses.
Wow.
I don't even know what to say about that. I'm just going to say, you got to slide under somebody's car to look at their feet. You're a weirdo.
Yeah.
Weirdo. And you're the boob of the day.
Boob of the Day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. I don't want to go into great detail, but Monica, have you ever had the pedicure by the fish?
I have not.
So we saw it in Las Vegas, but the fish are very, very small. Very small. Like in the Philippines, when we get it done, the fish are like the big carp.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Yeah.
And
there are lakes and streams and stuff you can go to, and the fish will naturally do that.
Some of them, I mean, hurt. I mean, you know, they are like, and they're getting all the dry skin.
Right.
And so.
I don't know. Crazy.
And I asked a lady about it, and she said, no, we can't. Some type of health. They can't use. They can only use those little bitty fish.
Yeah, otherwise they got to have a fishing license.
So.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just making.
Oh, I was like, I can.
Yeah, I mean, and they go at it.
Yeah.
I had like 200 fish on my feet.
That's
I was
neat.
glad to feed them, Tom. I was glad.
Hey, I mean,
Tom, you should try it.
You should.
you should let them suck on your whole body.
Yeah,
Just
your
get
whole,
right in there and just float.
your whole pata, Yeah. You could fall asleep, wake up, they would still be doing it.
Give them
Let's
the
qualify
buffet,
people.
Tom. You got to give others. You got to give the fish what it feels like whenever you step up to
it'd
the
be a
buffet.
long time. All right, 903 KWMW Malchamora 105.1 FM.
Where'd the sun go?
News this morning.
They're gonna be attached. They're not gonna ever come off.
Tom will be like,
And you wonder
can you
why we're
get
late.
them off? News this morning
sorry.
being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction, trusted name across Southeast New Mexico. They're ready to help you. Seminole Siding and Construction.com. Windows, doors, metal buildings, shingle and metal roof. They can also take care of all your siding. Find them on the web at Seminole Siding and Construction.com. 575-391-1430. Tom's over there going, wait, I can't feel my feet. We're coming right back. No, seriously, he can't feel his feet.
Thank you for calling.
La Tienda in Carlsbad presents the Cash Blowout Contest on W105. This is the Cash Blowout Contest on W105.
Call now.
MTD Radio News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Get the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. A stalled proposal to build a nuclear waste storage facility between Carlsbad and Hobbs could get new life after a Supreme Court decision Friday on a similar facility in West Texas. Interim Storage Partners received a license from the Nuclear Regulatory Commission to build the site in Andrews, Texas in 2021 and was immediately appealed by the state of Texas and a consortium of opponents including oil company Baskin Oil and Ranch. The license was vacated in August of 2023 by the U.S. Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, which said federal laws precluded the Nuclear Regulatory Commission from granting the license to the private facility under the Atomic Energy Act. The ruling was appealed to the Supreme Court in separate filings by the NRC and the company that wants to build the facility. The Supreme Court opted on Friday to consolidate the appeals into one case, and the Supreme Court justices agreed to hear the case, with a decision expected later this year. And Jal police officer Corey Patrick Saffel has pleaded guilty to 3 felony counts related to the unlawful arrest of a San Antonio man who later died in custody after being tased multiple times in July of 2021. Saffel and 2 co-defendants remain in custody facing multiple charges related to the death of the man. Court documents filed early in September outline conditions for Saffel's supervised release, which included reducing the severity of his 3 charges in exchange for his likely testimony against his co-defendants and payment of restitution to the victim's family. Saffel entered his guilty plea in federal court on September 10th, admitting he violated the civil rights of the victim, referred to only as John Doe. The victim is believed to be Hector Nava, whose estate reached a $5 million settlement with the city of Jal in 2022 following a wrongful death lawsuit tied to the same incident for which the officers were originally indicted. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
Election Day is Tuesday, November 5th. The Family of Excellence at Lucky Services, Lucky Rental Tool, Lucky Health and Safety, and TRM Trucking encourage you to vote. If you can't make it to the polls on Tuesday, November 5th, vote early. But be sure to vote. This year's election will be one of the closest and most consequential in our nation's history. So every vote matters. Thank you for voting and praying for our country and its leaders from the Lucky Family of Excellence. And God bless America.
The 22nd annual Jalorama is happening Saturday, October 12th from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. at Jal Lake Park. Enjoy food, vendors, games, live music, a car show, and the Chili and Rib Challenge. A full day of activities you won't want to miss. Live music starts at 5 p.m. featuring Los Higueros del Arroyo, Corte y Estilo de Ojinaga, Brian Mars Band, and the Damn Quails. For registration and more information, visit cityofjal.us. Come out to Jal Lake Park Saturday, October 12th for the 22nd annual Jalorama, starting at 8 a.m. in Jal, New Mexico.
Honey, what are you doing? It's 4 a.m.
Well, I'm making a big breakfast for you and the kids. We got to get going this morning. It's a long drive to Midland Airport.
I booked our flights out of our airport here in Hobbs. It's in town, not in Texas.
Well, you want some toast?
Is that strawberry?
Organic boysenberry.
I'm going back to bed.
Love you.
Flying in and out of Hobbs gives you more time and less stress. So when it's time to fly, you gotta fly Hobbs.
At Coffee Drilling LLC, they offer a wide range of drilling services from small domestic water to agricultural and monitor wells. In addition to mud and rotary drilling, Coffee Drilling offers services to pre-existing wells as well as troubleshooting of pumps and all control systems. Call Coffee Drilling today to schedule your routine maintenance or see about an upgrade to your water system. Call 505-270-1767. That's 505-270-1767. Coffee Drilling LLC, over 20 years experience and serving all of Hobbs, Lovington, and Eunice.
Hi, I'm Dennis Holmberg, Executive Director of the New Horizons Foundation. Do you have an idea for a new business? Have you thought of an invention but don't know what to do with your idea? On October 17th, there is a free workshop to help you find answers. Leading experts in financing, patent law, business planning, and development will be in Hobbs. Now, space is limited, so call 575-492-4708 and get registered now. Again, this is free. This entrepreneur workshop will start at 6 p.m. in the Workforce Development Building at New Mexico Junior College, 4000 West Midland. Dinner will be provided. This event is sponsored by the New Horizons Foundation, Arapahoe, and New Mexico Junior College. Again, call 575-492-4708.
Be in the Breakfast Club with $1 million guarantee. At some point this morning, Tom A. will fall asleep.
It's time to wake up, wake up.
Call or text now, 877-396-W105 to talk to B in the Breakfast Club.
Another day, another 55 cents. Running late this morning, but you know what? What else is new? Good news of the day on the way. This morning, we'll get to Good News Morning Show this morning, being brought to you by North Star Laundry, one-stop shop for all your laundry. They offer dry cleaning, pressing, starching. They can wash, dry, and fold your clothes. They can do all of the above. Why not let them take care of all of that? That's one thing off your checklist that you don't have to worry about, especially if you are empty nesters and it's just two of you. I mean, you just drop off your clothes, you pick them up all weekend long, you and him or him and her. You're all over the place. You're all over the place. No need to worry about it. Now, if you want to wash, dry, and fold your clothes, they can allow you to do that. They got coin-operated machines. Find them 604 West Cedar in Loving, or 609 West Lee and 604 West Church in Carlsbad. Check them out today. Good news of the day on the way. Our number 877-396-W105. Tom in the text.
Patrick is tuning in. He says, how long did it take aid to Ukraine? How long does it take to give aid to the illegals and to get assistance? 10 days is inexcusable, says Patrick this morning. All right, about
correct.
That. And that's not
You were correct, sir.
Yeah. That's not a good idea. All the fish would turn belly up dead, says the texter.
Keep going.
Like a golden algae bloom with Tom.
I was looking for the videos of the fish.
We have sat on the edge of a dock somewhere in the last few years. I don't remember where it was, but there were those little tiny fish that were there, and they would come up and do that too.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, that's beautiful.
They are hungry creatures.
Hungry creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Critters.
Hungry creatures.
Yeah.
Keep going, Tom.
All right. This text says, you would absolutely can donate directly to the local management team, says the texter, for a disaster. They have a donation organization center. Though this may be in the same building as FEMA Assistance Center, it has nothing to do with FEMA. It is managed directly by the local IMT. Don't discourage donations to the local IMT, says the texter.
No, I think local donations are always good. My biggest point on all the donation thing
local
was
is better.
Local is always better.
Absolutely.
Don't do the Red Cross. Don't do an organization that FEMA can come in and bully around and steal the donations. Monica,
Okay.
you want to fill in the other text?
Yeah. One texter said, Tom's a weirdo taking sneaky pictures of women. He's got a fetish for sure.
Then he's posting them on the internet.
And another person
You're
said,
not the first one to say that.
Will hired Blake to keep you all in check. I will say that Blake has definitely taken on the father role and kept us all in check.
You a daddy now?
That's interesting.
Not now. I've been one for a while.
No, but you are our daddy now, or what?
No, not your daddy.
You're not daddy.
Right on.
Oh, those are fish. And this texter says, come on, guys. I just got off of work. Eating breakfast. Give me a break, says the texter. Well, you can eat toenails for breakfast, I guess.
Referring to the visual of you.
But I was just
Floating
showing
in the water.
Look at this big fish. Look.
Yeah, that's a
Oh
big
my
fish.
gosh.
Look at that one.
Oh my God, that is huge.
So I'm showing him the pictures of the fish.
Like normally they're like 3 millimeters, or less. That one's like
I'm gonna make
like an 8-inch fish
video. I'm gonna make like a story of my travels.
Is it gonna have Tom floating?
No. So
carry on, Tom.
All right. This explains a lot, says this one texter. I used to have a TIO. What does that mean, TIO?
Teal.
Oh my God! Really?
Really?
That he used?
Are you Mexican or are you Nigerian?
I'm a white guy, and I know what that is.
Well, I didn't know what it meant. That he used to like the.
Un tío.
Oh, come on!
Don't read that one.
That explains a lot. I used to have a tío. The way he used to like the booger sugar. The dude was completely hilarious.
He's talking
always
about cocaine.
Impersonating people, always having a great time. But now it all makes sense why Kamala Harris has a Southern accent. Then says she's African American. Then she's Indian, just like my tío Pepino.
Well, that's cool. Better watch it, Monica. Make sure you listen for that camera shutter sound. The phones don't do that, though, so he doesn't sneaky with the phone.
Listen, if any weird pics pop up on Facebook of myself, just
and when
report
Kevin and Blake Hader said, when B did that on the Philippines, the fish started dying.
No,
Yes,
my
the
feet
fish.
are actually, I have a woman that comes to the house and does the pedicure every 2 weeks. So I'm
Kevin
good.
is pampered.
I am a pampered, and then I have the massage lady, and without any happy endings, though.
It's
listen, I am the massage lady.
It's like
okay?
24/7, tropical oasis spa for Kevin.
Right.
So my wife takes care of me. She's like, when we're in the U.S., I do all of this. The moment you set foot on the Philippines, I call the chick.
So she's cooking for you when she's here?
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are kind of like on vacation.
No, I'm still working.
Like a
She's
working
not.
vacation?
Nah, she's not.
When's she going to make the Olympias?
I don't know, Tom. We're leaving to go to Louisiana on Friday.
Guess we ain't getting Olympias.
Olympias?
I just want to eat some of y'all's
Lumpia.
cuisine, whether it's
When we come-
Louisiana cuisine
when
or
we're coming
Philippine
back.
cuisine.
Why is he worried about the food?
Well, you can't eat that.
Well, she when they moved to Rio Dosos, what first time I ever
You can't eat that.
tasted her lumpias.
I think we should have a group date night,
We can't
all
do
of
that.
us.
But when we come back, we'll get together and
like
do
a
it.
potluck date night.
Tom, that means you have to have a date.
I'll bring a chicken fried.
Look, blow don't count.
So, all right, it looks like a U.S. hospital, they could be facing an IV fluid shortage after the closure of a factory because of the hurricane. Factory.
Abbott Labs has a lot of stuff in
They
that
make
part of the
they make
country.
60%
Yeah.
of America's IV fluid supply.
Yeah.
So we could be facing a shortage. You can't tell me that somewhere else they can't ramp up. Salvadorian migrant wanted for crimes against humanity, busted for ICE. What kind of crimes would be crimes against humanity, Tom?
Several crimes.
I mean, crimes against humanity.
It's a card game.
Yeah, several of them. But he's from Venezuela, so they got him. And Tom Cotton says he has receipts on Kamala Harris lying about banning gas cars, saying she will say anything to get elected. Do you guys smell smoke?
I do. Well, it's the incense.
Oh, Mandy.
Lit up the incense.
Yeah. And defaced Christopher Columbus statue.
Mm-hmm.
Thrown into a Virginia pond. So let me ask this question. Is Christopher Columbus a hero or not? Did he discover America?
Technically, no. Historically given credit, yes.
Who discovered America?
I mean, if you're talking about people from Europe, then Eric Leifson probably did way back in the day, but because there are
the Italians are going to be pissed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Norse were here 1,000 years before.
Yeah, they're going to be
Chris
pissed.
Columbus was here.
Yeah, they're going to be pissed. All right, we're going to take a break. We've got good news coming up next. News this morning being brought to you by Fenn's Country Market. Find them today. They've got big specials going on at Fenn's. And don't forget, Tuesday, they've got Taco Tuesday with their signature tacos, USDA prime ribeye steak tacos. And on Friday, they do Fajita Fridays at Fenn's, and they feature prime ribeye steak fajitas. And pick them up and tailgate with, pick up, buy them by the pound and use them for tailgating. Fenn's big specials going on right now. Fresh pork ribs, $1.77 a pound. Owen's breakfast sausage, 2-pound roll for $4.99. Boneless beef top sirloin steak, family pack, $6.99 a pound. And boneless beef arm roast, family pack, $3.99 a pound. Spicy jalapeno peppers, 99 cents a pound. Avocados, 5-pound bag, 5-count bag, $1.77 a pound. And then get corn, sweet corn, 4 for $2. And don't forget about Taco Tuesday. And on Friday, it's Fajita Friday. Coming right back, we're being the Breakfast Club, already 9:20. Good news up next.
The only thing matters is a win. That's it. However, whatever it takes. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown!
Call in at 877-396-9105.
Medications taking away key nutrients from your body? Struggling with weight loss? Pharmacy 575 offers all your prescription needs and more. From their My Daily Medication program with pre-dosed packages to weight loss plan with in-body scanner or their medication and wellness consultations, let Pharmacy 575 help. With walk-in vaccines and local delivery, they do it all. Go see Pharmacy 575 at 305 East Sanger Suite 600 or call 575-263-2908. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Pharmacy 575. Your health, their priority.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Hurricane Milton, now a Category 4 storm, may intensify into a Cat 5 in the next 24 hours, with Florida Gulf Coast landfall between Fort Myers and Cedar Key late Wednesday or early Thursday. More than 10 days since Hurricane Helene devastation, 1,500 U.S. troops on the ground in North Carolina. Senator Ted Budd tells Fox,
whoever is president, if it's Kamala Harris, President Trump, whoever it is, it's going to take years to get this community back on their feet.
Vigils around the world with parallel protests 1 year after the Hamas attack in Israel. Hostage families like Moshe Emilio Lavi tells Fox they're never giving up.
We will not stop. We will not stop until he's home. We will not stop demanding the international community to put pressure on Hamas through Iran, through Qatar, through Turkey to let them go.
Hamas still holding 100 hostages. America is listening to Fox News.
If you need an aggressive, experienced personal injury attorney who is honest and true, you need to get the Gorilla.
I'm 23 years old. I worked at a warehouse, and I took an injury which caused the amputation of my right leg. I was approached by a specific firm, and they turned my case down within 5 minutes. I was told to come visit the Gorilla Law Firm, and immediately they saw potential in my case. And I tell you what, Gorilla Law Firm had my back when no one else did. The Gorilla Law Firm made me a multi-millionaire. And if you're injured, you call the Gorilla Law Firm too.
The Gorilla Law Firm, 3130 North Grimes and Hobbs, or call 575-964-2720.
Honey, what are you doing? It's 4 a.m.
Well, I'm making a big breakfast for you and the kids. We got to get going this morning. It's a long drive to Midland Airport.
I booked our flights out of our airport here in Hobbs. It's in town, not in Texas.
Well, you want some toast?
Is that strawberry?
Organic boysenberry.
I'm going back to bed.
Love you.
Flying in and out of Hobbs gives you more time and less stress. So when it's time to fly, you gotta fly Hobbs.
National Furniture Liquidators. This week only, Ashley Truckload Sale. Incredible values on Ashley furniture while they last. 5-piece pub dining set, $277. Ashley sofa, just $344. Or this Ashley 5-piece bedroom set, just $497. Reclining sofa, only $444. Huge savings on all Ashley furniture, plus great financing options regardless of your credit. National Furniture Liquidators. When it comes to value, quality, and selection, nobody beats Short.
Election Day is Tuesday, November 5th. The family of excellence at Lucky Services, Lucky Rental Tool, Lucky Health and Safety, and TRM Trucking encourage you to vote. If you can't make it to the polls on Tuesday, November 5th, vote early, but be sure to vote. This year's election will be one of the closest and most consequential in our nation's history, so every vote matters. Thank you for voting and praying for our country and its leaders from the Lucky family of excellence. And God bless America.
Lacked Service Company of Hobbs is hiring meter proving technicians. Must possess a valid CDL with hazmat endorsement. Lacked offers company paid insurance, PTO, vacation, and safety days to qualified employees. Stop by 3521 Industrial Drive in Hobbs today to submit an application Or for more information, contact Michael at 575-370-4604. Lact Service Company, serving the oil and gas industry since 1969.
Hi, I'm Dennis Holmberg, Executive Director of the New Horizons Foundation. Do you have an idea for a new business? Have you thought of an invention but don't know what to do with your idea? On October 17th, there is a free workshop to help you find answers. Leading experts in financing, patent law, business planning, and development will be in Hobbs. Now, space is limited, so call 575-492-4708 and get registered now. Again, this is free. This entrepreneur workshop will start at 6 p.m. in the Workforce Development Building at New Mexico Junior College, 4000 West Millen. Dinner will be provided. This event is sponsored by the New Horizons Foundation, Arapahoe, and New Mexico Junior College. Again, call 575-492-4708.
Turn the radio on. Getting you up.
Just do it.
And getting you going.
You're gonna love this.
Call or text 877-396-W105 to talk to Bee in the Breakfast Club. If your coworkers don't listen to Bee in the Breakfast Club, they're not being productive.
Okay, everybody listen up. Listen, or we'll be fired.
All right, 9:26, good news of the day. We're going to get to that. Keep you updated with everything going on. Tom, quickly to the text, if you would. Quickly, as he just picks up the phone. That means they're not free rent.
Well, one text.
That means that anything can happen.
No, one text says, so what, Tom, what buffets did you do this weekend? I didn't do any buffets this weekend.
I had the pancake buffet.
I was with Randy and Sharon. We were registering people. Although he
pancake. That's what he had.
Although he did pay for all our meals.
It was all you could eat pancakes for
Appreciate
$5.
Yeah.
Thanks, Randy.
Thank you, Randy.
Great job that they did.
Keep going, Tom. There's lots there. That was old. There's new ones.
Monica.
Columbus was lost. Native Americans were already here. Tom is going to bring a drag queen and a bucket of chicken. Ha ha ha, LMAO. And Emmitt Smith is the all-time rusher, said the texter.
And that he is.
Referring to our date night. Uncle Mike said Tom said he would bring a plate, not a date.
Right. And Daniel said, can I send a happy birthday shout out to my wife, Rosa Mesta. That's her birthday.
Happy birthday, Rosa.
Happy birthday, Rosa.
Happy birthday to you, Rosa. That's from Daniel this morning.
Yep.
Yeah, I think she knows that that's her husband.
Yeah, and we're caught up the moment.
Here's just double
Smokey
checking.
said, no, Tom, your hands don't count as dates.
No, we can't do that, Monica. Those are not appropriate.
Looks like
Why not?
Major Hurricane Milton expected to be a Cat 5.
Don't listen to him.
That area is not ready for a Cat 5 hurricane.
But this hurricane is so bizarre, the way that tropical storm came across Mexico and right into that's just a weird.
Well, how many times have we seen these storms hit Florida, go back out, get back in the Gulf of Mexico, and come back up?
But it's not coming from that direction.
Yeah, it's coming from the opposite direction.
And it does lend a little credence to at least think about the weather control patterns.
And I'm heading that way on Friday. Category, they say 155 mile an hour winds. That's only 155 mile an hour winds is only 5 miles less than a Category 5. Right. So once it gets up to 160 miles an hour, that would make it a Category 5
Lord.
hurricane.
You know, I was just talking to Patrick yesterday, and I said, as boring, or not even boring, but like where we live, you know, there's not a whole lot going on, but I feel so blessed that we don't have to deal with some of the things that these.
Yeah, it came.
We deal with heat and no rain.
Right.
Yeah.
Heat and no rain.
Well, we got fires and
we live
tornadoes.
in a little bubble.
And,
I'm thankful for
that
a bubble.
fire, that hurricane came from this way.
Yeah, it's
and then
backwards.
went through Key West.
Yeah.
And then came back, looked like it was going to go towards the Gulf.
That's what I'm saying. It's
and then went back,
Yeah.
It's a weird
meteorologist Kevin on the ones and twos.
Yeah, I was just pointing here.
No, it's odd. Cute. This is a strange pattern. And there are people that were talking about the previous one where it hit with weather control because we've been experimenting with that since the 70s.
Sure.
But Ron DeSantis has proven one thing. North Carolina's governor, that Democratic governor, is trash. He is. Those people in Asheville are pissed that he hasn't gone.
Yep.
Yesterday was his first appearance.
Well,
you know he's a Democrat.
He had to wait for Kamala.
Well, he said he was waiting he was coordinating.
No, you go.
You go. And, so, but.
When would you go, Tom? I wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, you and Biden are alike.
Democrats.
In many ways. But that governor was saying, Ron DeSantis has proven himself, for sure. All right, we got to get to good news of the day being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington, 575-396-0513. Call him today. Home, auto, life insurance. You can take care of all your insurance. Proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
Facebook helped a couple in Australia find their long-lost wedding footage from 57 years ago.
Aww.
Yeah, it was on Super 8 film. See, they got married in Scotland in 1967, and a random guy there found in his collection that Super 8 film. He posted a still image of them 6 months ago, but the wife only saw it after she joined a random Facebook group, and she saw it about 5 minutes after joining. Now, here's some real-life Lassie stuff. A cop in Washington State randomly saw a dog sitting in the middle of the road, and she refused to get into his patrol car. Then she led him to a cabin where her 84-year-old owner was in trouble. He had fallen and hurt his leg, and he had been stuck there for hours without access to his medication. Police say the 13-year-old dog literally saved his life. Aww. And finally, could you do this if you had to? A small twin-engine plane was flying from Vegas to Monterey, California on Friday, and the pilot passed out. So the only passenger on board had no choice but to land the plane herself.
Wow.
Air traffic control talked her through it, and she touched down at the airport in Bakersfield. The pilot was taken to the hospital, and the woman who landed the plane wasn't hurt.
That's incredible.
And Kevin, that is the good news of the day.
Being brought to you by Herschel Rustin Hayes. Check him out today. News this morning being brought to you by Roach Air Conditioning and Heating. Trusted name. This guy got the experience to take care of all your air conditioning and heating before you light that furnace. A cold day is coming soon, I promise. Call for the inspection. Enrique Rocha, Roach Air Conditioning Heating, 575-631-1999. Call him today. We're out. We'll see you tomorrow.